So give me a few seconds. I hope you guys are well. Okay, hold on. I'm tweeting, making sure everybody knows that I'm live. All right. We're going to chat about North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. Hey. This transit, honey. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. If you see me on my phone, it's because I'm pulling up notes. And I'm great, Vanessa. How are you? Welcome to the live, Isaac. You about to get your life, okay? Y'all about to get all your lives right now. Period. I have a little bit of time to kill, and I wanted to come on here and do a part 1 because part 2 will be more of the through the signs and then maybe more in depth through the signs. Maybe part 1 is going to be an overview, an idea, you know, the energy that we are going to be sliding into, y'all. So I'm pulling up I'll never say this right, the ephemeris, which is basically an astrological calendar, okay? Welcome. It's your first time. Let me set the tone. Let me set the vibes so y'all know what y'all about to walk into. Let me set the vibes. All right, if you guys don't know, hi, my name is Novi. Welcome, your favorite astrologer and actor. I am currently on strike as an actor, but I am not on strike as an astrologer. So here we are about to dive into the energies that are coming to us, towards us, ready for us to interact with. So if you are new to astrology, welcome. There is no age, gender, religion, sexuality that matters here. We are all just talking about energy. Everybody has a right to exist in this world. Everybody has a right to get what they want. Everybody has a right to live their life to their fullest potential. And the reason why I teach astrology is why not work with the energy that God has ordained you, okay? Why not work with the qualities? Why work against them? Because in this world, we project a lot of our own issues because we have an issue with other people showing up authentically as themselves, right? It happens to all of us all the time. So, and this is right on time for this nodal transit because this transit for the next 18 months is all about self-discovery. It's about taking risks, being brave, spontaneous, standing up for yourself, fighting for something. It's going to be about survival for a lot of us, okay? It's going to be about making sure that you say what you got to say with your motherfucking chest and you only got to say it one time. Because if you know any real Aries, they don't like to repeat themselves. A true Aries that is working in their energy knows how to stand on their 10 toes and be like, this is who I am. And being who I am doesn't threaten who you are. And being who I am should not threaten our relationship. It should not threaten how we communicate and how we deal with each other. At the end of the day, we are Libra. Why? Venus, let's think about the exalted planets. Exalted means where that sign does the best. Like, think about it like this, right? I always try to I'm a Cancer rising, so I'm always give a little, and Taurus moon, so food and family is always going to be involved in the way I express things. The moon is at home in Cancer, right? For instance, meaning that Cancer's ruling planet is the moon. Meaning that anybody who has a moon in Cancer, they are tethered to their emotions. Okay, emotions are very important for them. Their sensitivity is very important. Acknowledging how they feel. They are tone type of people. They are vibes type of people. So acknowledging those things as a Cancer moon is in a good place. Now, which sign is exalted there? Meaning you get tons and tons of blessings. It's almost like an overabundance. It's like a superpower, low-key. Jupiter. Jupiter is about growth and expansion anyway. And in Cancer is the womb. So Jupiter expands the womb. This is why a lot of times with people with Jupiter and Cancer, they come from Jupiter expands, Cancer is family, big family structures, or they want a lot of children, or they really, really love family, or they're blessed by their family, okay? Even if they're square to Jupiter, a lot of the times they're still blessed somehow, some way. And they're blessed more when they dive into their emotions. It's an exaltation. So now let's talk about exaltation for the ruling planet of Libra, which is Venus. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Pisces is about no limitations, no bounds, forgiveness, compassion. It's about the unseen, about how we're all integrated and intertwined, how nothing is really separated from each other. Whereas Virgo is about separating and putting things in the place that it needs to be. Pisces is more of an enmeshment. It's more of engulfment, okay? Pisces is the ruler of oceans. Oceans. So imagine what can happen in an ocean. It's about being consumed. It's about literally going deep and going so deep that you might never come back out. So this is an exaltation, right? Venus, the planet that belongs to Libra and Taurus, is exalted in Pisces, right? Now, which planet is exalted in Libra? Because we're talking about a South Node transit right now, and I want us to think about all the little details about how this really comes together. Saturn is exalted in Libra. Libra is relationships, business partnerships, and how you relate to people one-on-one. So what does that mean, Novi? Okay, well, look at where Libra is in your chart. If Libra is ruling your third house, you require a best friend to communicate your thoughts with and ideas with, to take road trips with, to walk down the block, to walk your dog, to go to the bodega, to go to the local park. You require to be heard, listened to, and asked questions if you have Libra in the third house, because those things is where you find how you relate to people is through your communication style. So somebody has to get inside your mind like a sapiosexual before you can even relate to them in a certain way. Communication has to be very similar. But now say Venus in the same chart, the ruling planet of the third house is actually located in the fifth. You want to have fun. You want to have a person you can have fun with, take road trips with, express yourself, be creative. Most likely you have a childhood friend, a person from elementary school, somebody you've been lifelong friends with, things of these nature. You want to have somebody you can talk to about your dating life. You want to have somebody you can talk to about your children when you decide to have children. You want to talk about your love life and your romance. These are the things that you're going to require in your chart. One, communication, because we already said the third house, and the fifth house is about fun. You need a best friend, Libra, or a partner or a marriage person that you can fifth house create and have fun with. That's how this goes, right? So Saturn is exalted in Libra. Why? Because relationships take what? Discipline, boundaries, structure, and even a system. You know what I'm saying? And it takes timing. It takes maturity. It takes longevity, ambition. And it's going to take some hardships, delays, restrictions, because there is something about having a relationship with somebody else that automatically restricts some of who you are naturally, because you're thinking about how to balance my personality with their personality. Now, the point of astrology is to get in the middle. It's not to X one thing out and just do the opposite side and be super extreme. It's to find a beautiful balance, because Saturn is in Libra. And a lot of your success when it comes to life is going to be created through the art of balance. Libra is also the only sign with no human and no animal attached. It's literally an inanimate object, the scales of balance. So for you, for instance, if I saw your chart and you're like, well, Novi, I'm having a real issue with balancing my life. I'm having a real issue finding harmony, finding cooperation. Well, I'm going to say, well, where's your Libra at? It's in my fourth house. You need to be honest. You need to be honest about your emotions. You need to start telling people about how your past and your family has impacted you, or else you're never going to have the relationship that you really want to have, because you're hiding things. You need to fourth house. You have to fourth house. That's where your balance is. The place where you're going to stand out and be yourself and all of that, and where you're going to be your most ambitious and most authentic is in your career, is in your 10th house. But in your fourth house, you might have the issue of people pleasing. All right. You might have the issue of giving up a lot of your identity to make sure everybody's good at home. And it's weird, because you're like, how do I balance that home life then, Novi, if these people want this for me and I'm always the negotiator and I'm always the person that's trying to make everything peaceful, right? And so you're going to look to your Capricorn house and your Aquarius house to give you those answers. And this is how all this stuff connects. How can I feel? Because Libra, on the too much of a Libra side, is codependence. Okay? That's the girls and the men. You're like, my man, my man, my man, my woman, my woman, my woman. They're the type of people you see on the phone all the time. You're with their mate. They're the type of person who can never be single. They're always in a relationship. They're always getting married. They're always doing this, that, and the third. All right, because they cannot do anything, but they don't see themselves until they're attached with another person. This is why a lot of people will say, oh, I want someone to complete me. I need to find my other half. That's very Libra type of conversations. But when you are Aries, whole in yourself, and you know who you are, and you know your identity, you know your wants, your likes, you know you like your personality, you like the way you stand up for yourself. If you enjoy, then you won't have to do too much Libra. Now, let's get into this a little bit deeper. I'm just trying to give you guys all the connections. The sun loves to be in Aries. The sun is your ego, your pride. Okay? The things you want to be seen for, the things you want to be known for. That's what the sun is. The sun loves it in Aries. Because Aries is forward direction. I'm going to do what I want for me. This is why anytime you meet a person with a sun in Aries, they always going to end up choosing themselves at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how many aspects they have, they will always end up choosing themselves somehow, some way. All right? Because the sun loves being there. But the sun is in detriment in Libra. Because for humans, compromising your ego is uncomfortable. Compromising the things that you feel validated by, the things that you find respectful, how you approach respect. Aries is about self-respect. Libra is about how can we respect this relationship but not disrespect ourselves as individuals. So this is going to be a really interesting transit because Saturn is exalted in Libra, and the sun is exalted in Aries. Do you see how the identity, your ego, it could be at odds with long-term plans, with discipline, with boundaries and things of that nature? Because sometimes people who are too much in their ego impose their ego on other people without understanding that you can say what you want for yourself without making other people compromise who they are and how they operate. Because the real balance of society is, right? We need each other. We do. That nothing can be done by yourself. You don't even get that Uber Eats at your door by yourself. So many people were involved to get that there for you. So when you're really thinking about the sun versus Saturn, and I'm talking about the exaltations in the respective signs of Aries and Libra, you're talking about my identity versus how I'm going to make this relationship work long term. Because how much of me am I going to have to give up to have this relationship? This is going to be quite interesting. Transit. This is going to be very interesting for people, for the whole generation with Pluto and Libra. Because the same people that were yakking about traditionalism, about this is how a woman should show up, this is how a man should show up, and blah, blah, blah. And I don't believe in that shit. I feel like you do what your energy says to do. That's what I believe in. All that's going to go out the window because Pluto and Libra generation is hiding a lot of toxic ideals about relationships. Pluto is control, hidden motives, secret psychological nuances. And Libra is my identity my psychology is attached to marriage and being in a relationship. So let's see how all these Pluto and Libra people about to do with the South Node transit, because the South Node, shit gotta go. The people pleasing, over compromising, okay? The need to your image. A lot of people are in relationships compromising themselves for the image because Venus rules beauty and society. Saturn, as I said, was exalted in Libra. Both of those extremely social, achieving status outside planets. So why are you really in the relationships that you're in? So this is, Libra's in the 11th house. Why do you hang out with that friend circle? Is it because they make you look good? Or is it because you could truly show up as yourself and you have a good time? Is it because, you understand relationships and networking and things of that nature? Or are you just doing it because I want to be only around pretty people? I can imagine somebody with Libra stellium in the 11th house. All your friends probably look just like you. You ain't got no diversity unless you got some Aquarius in there. But if you have a Libra stellium in the 11th house, you want everybody that looks like you, sounds like you, wants the same as you. You want someone to mirror your identity. You want someone to copy you. Because that's what Libra is. The low vibration of Libra cannot exist unless somebody is copying or mirroring their exact actions. Aries. So that's literally the issue. This is why Libras be getting called fake. They be getting called superficial. Because the thing is, it's like, it's cute that you got a lot of good looking friends, but are they really are they about that action though? Are they gonna show up for your kids when you have children? Are they gonna motivate you to stand up for yourself? Are they gonna help your self-esteem and your confidence? Is that what's gonna happen? Because you have Aries in the 5th house. That's where your whole life started. Your whole life started in the 5th house, about confidence, self-esteem. Okay? It started all with that. It started with the joy. Do your friends really bring you joy? Are you showing up as your authentic self in these friend groups and associations? Or are you just trying to be a social climber? This is all Libra. Libra on the low vibrational side is, oh, I'm just going to connect with anybody because they're going to make me look good and they're going to help my business and I see an opportunity out of it. That is Libra on the low vibrational side. Like, I will just take anything and anybody. Okay? So that's what we doing. What's up? And so this South Node in Libra transit, South Node, first of all, the nodal placements are not planets. Okay, they're points. It's math. And so it's basically like, you know, your natal chart is your own personal journey. Think about it like this, matter of fact. Think about the nodes as what's happening in the world as a movie. Think about the world as an entire film. Okay? Think about everybody's playing a role. Now, the world that we're in, that we're entered in right now, because it's 29 degrees in these nodal planets, we're going into the Libra Aries world. Think about it like Super Mario. If you ever played Super Mario, they had all those different tunnels. You would go to the top and you would run to the back and you would go down and you can go all these little different tunnels to pick the world you want to live in. All right. So right now, the world we're all deciding to live in, we just are coming out the Scorpio South Node, Taurus North Node transit, which had to deal with a lot of secrets being exposed. Okay. Control tactics, a lot of manipulation, exploitation. Okay. That's what's being put out there. And now we just left that, but we're going to have a lot of residuals of that because we have to uncover the truth first prior to us being authentic. You can't be authentic if you're always lying, right? So the thing about it is, with this transit, you have to think about the energy that's coming in. So everybody's going to have personal experiences where they have been over-compromising themselves. Everybody's going to see it. My light don't work no more. Everybody's going to see it at some point, okay? If it's in your 10th house, you've been over-compromising yourself and bending yourself backwards at work. So you can't even show up for your family. If it's in your 9th house, you've been bending backwards and over-compromising yourself even for your beliefs. Like right now, you might be like, do I really believe that? Is that authentically my own personal opinion from the information that I've gathered throughout my life? Am I not allowed to change my opinion? Or do I have to have this spiritual image or this faith-driven or even an atheist image? You could be right now on the precipice. You could have been an atheist for so long, but so many spiritual things that happen in your life, you have no choice but to believe in God. But because of the image you've created around your belief, now you don't know what to do. You're almost tethered there, right? And so this is why this transit is going to be really important, because the South Node in Scorpio brought out the places you were scared to show up as your most authentic selves. The places that you have extreme paranoia, fear, an underbelly of feeling like you're going to die, lose control. That's Scorpio stuff. Scorpio is the darkness, right? There was 18 months of just feeling like people have been bamboozled. Niggas was lying all over the place. Like no one's telling the truth. I'm fucking confused. I just want peace. I can't deal with this crisis anymore. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. That's the energy we've been going through with all the Scorpio South Node. That's why it's been such extreme cases that we've been going through, okay? So imagine if you have a stellium in Scorpio. Imagine if you have a Taurus Scorpio. You've been going through a lot of stuff. Or Leo or Aquarius. You've been going through a lot of stuff. You've been untethering, reconstructing the psychology. Right now, we are literally going through an extreme rebirth of how we think about Taurus type of things. Okay? Taurus is pleasure, self-esteem, self-worth, things I spend my money on. Right? North Node is transiting in Taurus. It's like, hold on. I feel like this trauma is at the detriment of my inner peace. I don't want to hold on to this narrative anymore. Yes, I was hurt, but I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to get my head above the water. I want to lay my head on the grass. I want to eat grapes. I'm tired of crying over the same thing over and over and over again. The narrative that I've been feeding myself that has been killing my joy, my happiness, my life. It's been killing my inner life. So right now, a lot of people have been, this is why the trauma online has been insane, because everybody is trauma dumping. All right? Everybody is trauma dumping. All right? And so right now, especially for us Scorpios, we're releasing the need to control shit. Like, baby, you got it. You got it. That's literally, like, I'm telling you, I'm going to do a video where you know you really reach a good space in your energy. Is like Scorpios, literally, when you say you got it, you don't need to control the situation anymore. You get empowered from releasing control. One second. I know somebody's coming. Hold on, coming. Yes.
What would you put it?
Here. I'm going to move that stuff for you.
No worries.
Thank you. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Enjoying this day?
Oh, love it.
I'm glad.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Hope the food is good.
Yes. Have a great night.
Bye.
Thank you. So, okay. I'm like, yes. I just ordered, you know, I'm a Taurus moon. Gotta get some food. Like, don't play with me. You know, it looks pretty great. So, cheers to me. A lot of people, all of us, right, have been saying, you know what? I don't want to create this chaos anymore in my life. I don't want to be tethered to my paranoia. I don't want to be in a state of distrust anymore. I don't want to be in a state of anxiety. I don't want to be in a state of feeling like death is around the corner for me. And a lot of us have been diving into death and thinking about what that means for us and what that is, right? And so these are the transits. A lot of death has been brought upon us, and we are all thinking, what does it mean? What is it? Should I be scared of death? It is the only thing promised. It's the only thing all of us are actually going to do. Living, all of us might not live while we're here, but dying, we are definitely all gonna die. And so it's been this really, really interesting space. And, you know, for Leos, it's been a hard transit because your pride and your ego has flared up so many times that you've had temper tantrums. For Aquarius, it's been a hard transit because they've had trust issues within their friend and group dynamics. They could have been violated, exploited online, bullied. For Taurus, it's been extremely hard because it's challenging what you find worthy of spending your time, money, and energy on. All right? Whereas for Cancer and Pisces, it's been a great transit. You're able to release shit. It's like, fuck it. My past doesn't make me. I'm going to let God do whatever God want to do. Where my earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn, it's been like, this has been a fucking phenomenal opportunity for me to integrate the things that I'm fearful of and create a stability within myself and my own confidence. A lot of y'all have been glowing up on y'all confidence. My motherfucking Virgo risings, my Capricorns, y'all been glowing up secretly. Okay? Whether that you're taking care of yourself more, you put a little more self-care, you're willing to spend a little bit more money on yourself. You've been glowing up. This has been a great transit for you because you know what? You said, baby, listen, I'm past that point. I've passed that level. All right? I've passed that level. And cheers to you. Clink, clink. I passed that level. I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that. I already know Virgos is on it. Body is bodying. Body is bodying. Capricorns is like my business. I am good. I'm feeling great. I'm good. Like Capricorn say, you know what? This is what I fucking needed. You know what I'm saying? I needed this shit. So let me tell you guys, transits, God, in my opinion, God is not here to make you suffer. I don't believe God is like, let me put y'all on earth, and I don't buy into that shit. I don't buy into that. You can take that narrative and go over there. No, you're not going to tell me, oh, God is almighty and God loves me and is unconditional, but at the same time wants to punish me. Y'all need to stop. That's not God talking. Whoever wrote that and whoever put that there, that wasn't God. And just because you see something doesn't mean it's the truth. Just because you've been raised on something for a long time doesn't mean that's the truth. I feel like a lot of y'all be forgetting niggas was niggas back then. Motherfuckers was motherfuckers back then. They was back then. Who said that book is the only truth? Who said that interpretation was the only way to lie? I do not believe that. God wants you to have fun on this earth because remember, the sun is in Leo. Why would we have the sun in Leo when Leo is about joy? It's about happiness, laughter. It's about creativity. It's about fun and respect and dancing and music and parties and entertainment. Why would the sun is what we wake up when the sun comes out. So why the fuck? Why would God want us to suffer? You're supposed to enjoy sex. You're supposed to enjoy going out and having a good time. Because with joy, remember, Leo is trine Aries. You are yourself when you find your joy. And it is trine Sagittarius. You give the world this beautiful expansion and this beautiful belief system. It is all trine. We're supposed to be alive. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to fall in love. Leo is love. Leo rules the child. We're supposed to be childlike our entire lives. And when we don't have that joy and that child vitality, thank you, Sade. The vitality, we're supposed to feel this way. You guys see my passion when I'm talking about this kind of stuff because I have a Scorpio stellium. My sun is in Scorpio. When I'm able to unveil the truth and the hidden mystical secrets that God has for us and the treasures, I feel joyful because I'm bringing my energy in there and I'm following the thing that I'm supposed to be following. If you have the sun in Aquarius, you're supposed to be in groups of people. You're supposed to hang out. You're supposed to go out and know everybody and know this person and that person. Da, 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 da. If the sun is in Virgo, you're supposed to enjoy having a good system in place. You're supposed to look, if you're a Virgo sun, and this is something that I really want you guys to understand. If you're a Virgo sun, the joy is in the small things. If you haven't achieved that yet, it's because you're seeing everything small as a mistake. And are you sure God is making mistakes? Hold on, let me sit, because I don't think y'all really hearing me though, for real. Is it really a mistake? Or are you criticizing God's work? Is it a mistake or are you criticizing how God is planning this out? What is it? You're supposed to enjoy the fact that you have hands and toes and eyes. You can smell, you can see, you can arrange. Why can't you find the joy in the small things? Walking to the park, your dog coming up, your cat coming up to cuddle with you and all that. Putting on a sweater and being like, oh my God, it feels so good. I love how this feels. You know, drinking a juice and being like, that's so refreshing. Like, Virgo, you are in your joy when you, my nigga, when you can be like, God, this feels so good. Like, God really be doing it. God really be showing. Wow. Like, God. This is nice. Like, this is when you're in your energy. You're in your energy when you know how to appreciate the small things. That's the point of Virgo. For people who can't see the small things, like a Sagittarius. Okay? A Sagittarius sees everything big, and that's their joy. Their joy is to live out loud, to be loud and proud, to travel, to see people, to run into this person, to run into that person. And, That's their joy. Their joy is talking to other people from different cultures and eating their food and being in their home and understanding. Like, the joy is discovering the other subcultures that God has created. The joy for me as a Scorpio is understanding that, oh, God has hidden messages. Hold on. I got numerology. Oh my gosh. I got astrology. Wow. I got prayer. I got meditation. God gave us all these secret little tools so that we can survive in this life and have a great life. Here, let me give you some of it. And the reason why you guys fuck with me so hard is because wherever your Scorpio is, you need to be changed there. You're letting people dictate your happiness. You cannot let people who are in constant process and constant questioning and constant insecurity dictate who you are. That's not what this is about. That's why this transit right now, if you haven't come alive before, get ready. Because you're going to do some shit and say some shit you ain't never thought you was going to do or say. You're going to show up in a way that's going to surprise even you. It's going to surprise you. It's going to catch you off guard because you'll be like, holy shit, I didn't know that this is me. And some people will try to make you feel ashamed for it. Some people will try to make you feel guilty for showing up as your authentic self because you know what? You are not compromising yourself anymore. And because you're not compromising yourself, you can't fit in their world. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can't fit in their world because guess what? You're not willing to be disrespected. You're not willing to not show up as your authentic self. And at the end of the day, how can they love you if they only know one fake version of you? How? Can't nobody... Fuck it. I get loud. I smoke my weed. Okay, I drink my wine and I talk astrology. Don't bother me. I ain't bothering y'all. I'm living in my joy. I'm living in my joy. My joy is making sure that people understand that God is not setting you up to fail. It's literally my job to make you understand God ain't playing with you. It ain't. Every time you get your heart broken, oh, you want, oh my God. Instead of saying, you know what, God, thank you for letting me love someone so deeply. Thank you for giving me that experience. God, I'm ready for a different love. Thank you so much for bringing me here. Thank you for allowing me and breaking me open and allowing me to see the creations that you've made. Yes, I got hurt in that relationship. Yes, I've hurt the other person in this relationship, but that doesn't mean that I don't have joy for the love that you have brought to me on my doorstep because you love me, because you know you want me to be loved. A lot of the times when we don't show up for ourselves is because we choose to show up for somebody else more. And at the end of the day, you can sit here and be as inauthentic as you want. You can sit here and be as fake as you want and live up to everybody else's standards. But let me tell you, it's going to be a day or 2 or 5 where you and God are going to have to come toe to toe, eye to eye. Because God is going to make you question yourself. Like, are you sure you want this? Are you? Because that's not the assignment I sent you on. I sent you on the assignment of Cancer. I sent you on the assignment to live in your, understand your emotions. Get close to your family. Well, God, you gave me a fucked up family. That's not what we're talking about. I gave you a Cancer stellium. I gave you a Jupiter and Pisces. You understand forgiveness. You are supposed to be that. You're supposed to be the place of emotional safety for people. Does that mean I want you to get abused? No, because I will teach them their lessons. Don't handle it. I got it. And so this is what this transit is really going to be about. This transit is about releasing the need to please other people at the cost and detriment of yourself. Because when you are inauthentic, you really can't deliver God's message anyway. This is why I don't fuck with a lot of shit. This is why you don't see me you don't even know yourself. You're living by a rule book that God didn't even create. But that's a whole nother conversation that I'm not even going to dive into because I don't even think people will ever be ready for that. Who created the book? Who created it? Who was it? Who? Who? So, nah. This transit, I question everything. Like, don't believe everything you see. Don't believe half of what you hear. Don't. This is why you have to have your own spiritual peace. You gotta be in your own zone. You have to have your own personal relationship with God. Why would God want you to have the same relationship with her or him that person next to you? It's not even possible. It's like being in a family full of 13 people. You cannot have the same relationship with your mother. It's just not possible. Your father. It's not possible. So why are other people trying to force how you relate to God on your own? Just saying. Just saying. You know, just saying. So, let's talk about these archetypes, because I've been spitting for 36 minutes talking shit. All right, let's talk about these archetypes. So, y'all gonna increase the likes or no? Y'all gonna increase the likes for your girl? What's happening here? What's happening? Run it. Run it. Run it up so more people can see the message. That's the only reason. I don't care. It literally just makes it go to the top of their algorithm. That's all that the likes do. Is more people see it. Okay? Got 123 people in here. I should have 123 likes. It should be real simple. So, let's talk about it. Yes, you go grab you some wine, okay? Grab you some wine. We back. Baby, ain't nothing gonna stop me. That's funny. That's funny. The only thing that's gonna stop me is me. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, that's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing about it. The only person that's stopping is you. That's it. It's you against you. Your chart is only a reflection of you. The people that you draw into life is your challenge from God and the universe. It's you. You're only dealing with you. You ain't dealing with, oh my God, this person did this, and they're a reflection of you. Everybody on this live, I am a reflection of you. There's somewhere deep down inside, this is what you needed today. You needed to unlock this little part. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. All right? Point blank, period. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So now, let's get into it. Libra is a cardinal air sign ruled by Venus. Okay? Novi, what if I have a special child that needs me? Do I put him first and God made him? I do put him first and God made him divinely. Even if you have a child with special needs, you must always put yourself first, because if you don't show up authentically as yourself, your child is always going to feel it. Your child is always going to feel it. So I don't know what your day-to-day looks like, but the things that you need to implement self-care, look at your Venus, look at your moon, and look at your 6th house. Those are all your self-care things. So you're going to have to make sure you got that. Let's say you have Venus and Leo, you need to have a good playlist on in the morning. Let's say you have Moon in Cancer, you need to take a bath. So maybe in the morning time, have your playlist, candlelight, bath, and then take a walk with the sun rising. And then you can take care of your child. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to put yourself first. You must. I'm telling you, this transit is going to show you it through stress, through low energy, through fatigue, because Aries, okay? Aries overexerted is fatigue. It's tired, burnt out. And baby girl, you don't need to be burnt out. You hear what I'm saying? You don't need to be burnt out, not for your baby, when your baby needs you. So what are some things that you can implement? And you can do it one at a time, babe, one at a time. All right, I love a cup of tea. Do that for a week. Get up an extra 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early, have your cup of tea. All right, cool. That was cool for that season. Actually, I want to take a walk. Great. Get up 45 minutes early, get your cup of tea, put it in your cup, and take a walk outside. At peace. You must. This entire world is set up for you to win. Everything is set up for you to win as much as it fucking doesn't feel like it. And trust me, I get it. Y'all know I'm in a strike right now. All right? You must take care of yourself. It is literally an honor. It is almost damn near a religion to take care of yourself. You must. You must. It's okay. You just take it step by step by step. Little baby steps. But I promise you, if you implement that, you're going to have let me put on, you know what? You have a lot of air placements. You know what? Let me open the window. Like this is your routine. Humidifier, open windows. You get up early. You step outside. Breath of fresh air. You do your 3-minute breathing exercise. You put on a meditation for 5 minutes. That's 8 minutes right there. Boom. Y'all don't know what a good focused 8 to 10 minutes could really get you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need 8 hours to regroup. We're magic. We can regroup real quick if we use it. Right? You're breathing in the air. You're maybe get some essential oils. You have some Taurus placements. So you love smelling the lavender and you love smelling this and that. And this is how you awaken your senses. You're getting it's like, think about it like this. When you go into the dream world, you go into a whole nother world. When you wake up and you come back to the human world, why would you come back and not get yourself ready for the human world? Perhaps we can phrase it like that, right? Perhaps you have to think about yourself getting readied for the actual world, right? I have to get myself ready and hear my things. And then hopefully you have some friends, family, or a partner that you guys can make that happen, okay? And I could do more videos about practical, real life health things because you guys know I'm big on health. I'm big on self-care. And yeah, we can talk about that more. So let's talk about the archetypes. Let me get back. Libra is an air cardinal sign, masculine. And this is the masculine axis, by the way. We just came out of the Scorpio Taurus axis, which is a feminine axis. That's why the whole conversation was about be in your feminine energy. People were trying to sell you and show you how to be feminine, which I think is a fucking... Y'all had some of these niggas really playing with y'all. Y'all really paid for someone to tell you how to be feminine. To each his own. To each his own. If that is part of your story. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you need to learn, more power to you. But let me tell you here, I'll teach you real quick how to be feminine. For free. Learn how to be reflective. Learn how to be introspective. And learn how to keep some thoughts to yourself. It's really all that it is. That's it. That's it. You don't have to, this and this is how you scrub your body and this is how you put on make perfume and this is how you sit and don't talk like this and don't speak like that and cross your legs and bruh. Maybe it's because I'm a South Node in Libra, so I'm just used to this energy. I'm like, I'm Venus all day and I have Taurus place. I'm like, right? Anyway, let's talk about it. It's a masculine sign. What does masculine mean? Extroverted. So how do I read my chart? Oh, if you have a lot of planets in air or fire, you're more extroverted. If you have a lot of planets in earth or water, you're more introverted. If you have both, you're both. It just depends on the situation you're in. Okay? If you have a lot of air planets in the 11th house, you're social when you go outside. But maybe you have a lot of feminine planets in the 4th house. When you're at home, you're more reserved. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all, you know. So it's very simple. So let's talk about it. Libra, cardinal sign, Venus. In fact, let me grab my food too. Libra, cardinal sign, Venus. So, this one. So, no, that's the wrong one. I got some food. The South Node is going to be transiting in Libra. Libra is all about, what does it represent? It represents how we relate to other people. It just represents how we show up in relationships, especially close personal relationships. That's specifically what Libra is. Gemini is relationships like buddies, pals, relatives. Libra is the closest person next to me, my best friend, my business partner, or the partner I marry, or my consultant or anybody I work with one-on-one. Your hairdresser, your dentist, your counselor, that's all Libra. It's one-on-one situations. Me and you, me and you. Okay? So, South Node in Libra. Libra represents justice. Everybody gonna be out for themselves. Let me tell you right now, that's definitely one thing that's gonna happen. All right, it's good. It's a little salty. Everybody's gonna be out for themselves, and it's not a bad thing. But understand, a lot of people were already a lot of Aries energy. It's just gonna power them up more. Like, nah, y'all got me fucked up. I'm gonna do me. Okay? Okay. Oh, Libras can secretly be mean because remember, our Aries is on their other side. They absolutely can be mean. So, Venus in a masculine sign, how you express your love, how you show your love, how you show up in love, the actions you take in your relationship to keep it balanced and harmonious. All right? That's literally what Libra is. Libra represents the closest people to us. So this will be about personal shit. Okay, astrology mukbang, period. I was thinking about doing those kind of things anyway. I have a Taurus moon. It only makes sense. So whatever house Libra rules for you is where the South Node is going to be transiting. Okay, that's where what's going to be happening. That means you have to release. You have to change. Yeah, sure. I'm eating a spaghetti. Okay. Macaroni in a pot. I'm happy with my decision. It's good. So, whatever Libra house you have, you're going to be releasing a relationship there. Okay? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Raz. Exactly. Libra sun is a fallen placement, so they don't receive, quote unquote, the full benefits of the sun. Okay? Pasta elasta. Okay, you're at work? Well, thank you for tuning in. So, first of all, how y'all doing? Also, answer me how y'all doing. Matter of fact, let me eat a couple bites before we can get into this. Y'all can put the timestamps, please. And just tell me how you guys are doing. What are some of the themes you saw with the Scorpio South Node transit? And I'll tell you the themes of this transit while you guys are typing. Libra's in your 6th house, girl. You're going to get rid of some habits. 6th house is habits. You're figuring out your values. Very North Node Taurus. Releasing limiting beliefs. Good, Novi. Hey, Samuel. You know, death, spirituality, meditation, because you had a 12th house. Libra 1st house, new version uploading. Yep. Libra telling me I could definitely be mean. Do I have to let go of sex? No, you don't. You just have to change your relationship with sex. That's it. How you see it, you know? You are fantastic. You're done controlling other people. Baby. Done. You have Jupiter and Gemini, Mercury and Aquarius. Those are great. That's amazing. You're super smart. You release someone that has been in your energy for years. Now, like the real deal release and I feel good. Yes, and don't y'all motherfuckers go back with this Venus retrograde coming up. Don't you dare. I'm going to call you out. Because what you're not going to act like there's only one motherfucker to love in this world. That's not what we're going to act like. There's many dope people out here. Stop saying that everybody's trash. Everybody isn't trash. You just have trash eyes. You have a trash receptor. You have a trash locator. You attract fuck niggas. Like, you attract fucked up people. That's you. It's not God. Like, it's you. When I was attracting unemotionally available men, it was me. I had to do a deep dive on me. On me. It's me. It's me. I can name and blame and all that other stuff and always give somebody else the responsibility. It's me. Remember, Aries is you. Libra, your relationship is based on you. The person you marry is based on who you pick. It's your availability, who you are. Like, come on. Right? That's right, Tia. Claim it. Period. Vegan, gut issues, spiritually tapped in more. Yup. I just said help myself. Really? Like, literally. It's always it's you. No, it's you. It's me. It's me. Okay, so let's now, like, you always gotta do some deep reflecting, because all of us have wounds, relating wounds, how we relate to other people. So, all right. What if your child is your job? Libra, 10th house, and Aries, 4th house. What does that mean? If your child is your job, yeah, Libra, 10th house. No, yeah, you're going to be at home more. More opportunities to be in the house. Changing your idea of, if you have that in your natal chart, career is just not that important to you, or it shouldn't be your forefront. Like, taking care of your family should absolutely be something that's on the list. Yes, learning to put yourself first is not a bad thing. Yep. Libras will hold back their voice and tell you exactly what you want to hear. And that's dangerous. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear. Especially if we're close. I don't understand how you could be close with someone and be fake with them. Like, that shit never resonated in my soul. I don't understand that at all. I don't get that. Yeah? Like, how does that work? How can we really be friends if you're not being authentic? How are ways that you can connect more with the sun, with the Libra sun? Definitely get you some Aries placements in your life that encourage you to be yourself. You need somebody who's going to encourage you not to compromise who you are. Okay, that's really what it is. You need a friend circle. You need at least 1 or 2 people in your life that are going to encourage you to be authentic. That are going to challenge your authenticity, are going to challenge the way you show up in relationships. Because remember, a lot of you Libras, especially Libra sun, your whole identity is based on relationships. Like, your whole identity is how you look, how you sound, how you look to other people. Libras care just as much as Leos, probably more. Okay. Now, if you have the reverse in your chart and you're a Libra North node and an Aries South node, you're having an inverse nodal return. You have to learn to be way less selfish. Like, you're the type of motherfucker that can isolate everybody in your life. You know, if you have too much Aries energy, that's you really saying that I can only show up in it's my way or the highway, and I can't have this relationship because you're not following my rules. And that's rooted in control. You know what I'm saying? That's rooted in needing to make everybody be like you. There's a lot of similarities with Aries and Libra. They want people to mirror who they are at some point. They want a lot of similarities, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all want people that we can relate to and that we feel comfortable with, and that we can have a mirror and bounce ideas off of and get feedback. You know, but if you have a South node in Aries, or you have a lot of Aries placements, you have a real tendency to cut niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Is cutting people off, and you don't give people a chance. You're too quick with it. And the thing with Libra is Libra on the high vibrational side is I respect you for who you are. And I don't need your, validation to fulfill what I need. I need you to respect who I am, and I will respect who you are. You know, Libras and Pisces are the two signs that will absolutely shift and change for people around them. Pisces is way more subconscious because they don't realize they're picking up on energy from everybody. But with Libra, it's way more intentional. Okay? So it's the thing is, I want to tell all my Aries placements, babes, I love y'all. Understand? I got a North Node in Aries, so I need to be more like you guys, okay? Get that Chinese boo-boo. Let me tell you, babes, you can't do anything by yourself. That's just the truth, boo. Like, the clothes on your back, your Wi-Fi that you're connected to right now, there's people working right now, making sure that our Wi-Fi is connected, that we could talk to each other, you could learn. You know, you have to realize that you also have to sacrifice some of your identity and some of your things for a short amount of time, Aries, short amount of time, so you can create peace. And the thing with Libra is, here's how you win as a Libra. It's weird, okay? It's weird. With Libra, it's Aries is like, if I win, I win. And if you win, I lose. With Libra is, if you win and I win, we both win. All right? That's what it is with Libra. You need to learn how to let both people win. There has to be you have to learn how to negotiate. That's what a lot of your life is about. It is about learning how to balance the identities of two people and how we both can get our needs met. Okay? So, South Node in Libra. Changes in relationship status. Changes in what we think is fair and balanced or not. Changes in, there will definitely be a lot of conversation around the masculine energy, because it felt like forever where everybody was just shitting on women for a really long time. It's going to absolutely be turned around on the men and the masculine energy, and not just men, or you know what I'm saying, people with more masculine energy, air and fire. And there's going to be a rebalancing of the scales, because that is what Libra is. So Libra is the scales, and it's in the South Node, so it's a rebalancing. All right, it's a okay. We got to even this shit out. This don't make no sense now. Don't make no sense. So yes, with a Mars and Libra, it's challenging because you're always fighting for fairness, but life isn't fair. Life will never be fair. You can obtain your wealth. You're just not looking correctly in your chart where your money's at. I have Mars in the night too. You got to use it like this. You got to use it to motivate people into a belief system. You know, you get a philosophy that fires you up and teach it. You'll be fine. But life is not fair, Samuel, Libras. Life is not fair. And that's been something that, as a South Node in Libra, has been so hard for me to deal with, yo. So long my identity, and even if it is the truth, but so I've used my identity as a crutch, that I'm a black woman, I'm a woman, and da 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 da. Like, that's the narrative that I would use to protect my ego. Do you hear what I'm saying? And with the South Node in Libra, it's all about what's fair, and this is injustice. And I have a moon in the 11th house. Y'all, I'm a natural revolutionary. I'm a natural fight for the people. Yeah, the underdogs, because the 11th house is underdog shit. But let me tell you something, life ain't fair. It will never be fair. It will never be fair. Okay? It's life is what it's supposed to be, because God has a plan. Okay? When God has a plan, and it's not about fairness, it's about getting it done. And we have to really understand that, and really, this is why, Pisces is so important, and Neptune is so important in your chart. You need a good aspect of Neptune, Jupiter, so you can have faith. Because it's very delusional, it's very narcissistic, it's very egotistical, thinking that you can save everybody. And I feel like some of that Jesus story has been twisted and turned into, oh my God, the Savior, the Savior. No one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. That's not what that story was about. That's not what that story is about at all. It's about forgiveness and compassion. It's about understanding. That's literally all that it's about. Jesus was just not a hater. The only lesson Jesus is trying to teach you is don't be a hater, but don't be a punk either. Don't, because Jesus will be like, hey, you playing with me right now, but you know what? I'm gonna be understanding, I'm gonna be patient, I'm gonna be kind, I'm gonna be calm. It's all good, but don't play with me either. Don't play with me either. The story isn't about saving people. That's not your job. Obviously, if you're a doctor or something, you help with those things, but your job is not to do that. Your job is not to be like, let me see who I could save today. And this is why it's quite interesting how certain stories are spun. Because y'all be acting like Jesus, like God didn't have other disciples, like God didn't have no other cabinet, nothing. Right. Jesus never said to worship him. Like it was an example of how you can live. An example. It's just an example. So, that's all I'm saying. Like, no. Will God pull you in to save somebody at some point? Yes. Oh my God, my car's messed up. Let me pull over to the side of the road and give this guy a jump. Boop. Oh, I don't have any money for tuition here. Let me bless this person with money so they can have it in their heart to get past them money so they can go to school. Yes, those things exist. But it's also extremely, like, it's just delusional to think that you are the answer to everything. Like, it's another level. It's another level. It's another level. So, Libra South Node is about to give y'all a dose of reality. All right? All right? Yes, but also Jesus is the only story that we know about and it's the most popularized story. There's other people in the book. There's many other lessons and people in the book. You know what I'm saying? Many other. And we only focus on this one story. Maybe that's not the way you're supposed to be living. Maybe that one isn't for you. Maybe that's not your path. But we gotta really, there's something within the human psyche, and I don't know what it is yet, and I'm gonna do some more discovering, but there's something within us where it's like we have to be the hero. It's interesting. It's really interesting why we feel that way. I have to come and save you. Right. You're like, I didn't need to read the book. I already knew the rules. And if you need a book that's the other thing. Why do some people need a book to tell you how to treat somebody? Why you need a book to tell you how to treat somebody? Why you need a rule book to show you how to show up in relation? That's crazy to me sometimes. I'm like, this is just not in you. Spiritually, it's not in you to just treat people well. It's like you have to have guidelines and rule books and all that other stuff to be a decent human being, to be a good person. It's weird. That's very strange to me. And it makes me question things all the time. Yes, everything is not one size fits all. Thank you. Cheers to not one size fits all. So, anyway, moving on. Libra South Node is giving, you know what? What do I want to, what am I willing, Libra South Node and Aries North Node is basically going to put you in a position where you're going to say, what am I not willing to give up so I don't lose myself? What are the things important for me so I can stay in my direction? What is going to propel me to be more spontaneous and stand up for myself? What's going to propel me to be very transparent, authentic? What's going to propel me to do that? How can I show up as my real self? And a lot of us were conditioned to think showing up a certain way is the only way. Like, let me tell you right now, my mom, she hates when I curse. She hates it. But I'm a Scorpio stellium. I have had a potty mouth since I was a child. You don't get to control my speech. This does not make me a bad person. It does not make me less desirable. It does not make me less of a nurturing, kind sweetheart if I say fuck once in a while. Like, it does not make me less than at all. What are my actions telling you? That is all what Aries is about. Aries is action. This is why fire signs are action oriented. They don't like to do all that talk. They don't like to talk. If you have somebody with fire in their chart, they about that action. Let me show you. Fuck talking. How am I showing up in your life? That's the real question. And how am I showing up? How am I showing up? Okay? And making you compromise yourself. Compromise yourself so much that we haven't had any growth. Yes. So is the house Libra is and where we'll be adjusting / releasing change and will occur to propel into uplifting, evolving changes in the house where Aries is. Absolutely. Actions speak louder than words, at least for me. At least for me. I talk, but baby, I deliver. Okay? And so that's why I feel like the sun, which is your ego and your pride, is exalted in Aries. God said, be about that action. Be about that action. Venus exalted in Pisces, and learn to let it go. Let me handle it. Pray, meditate on it, visualize it, and forgive people who are in your way, because I'm not putting them in your way. Everybody I put in your way, quote unquote, I'm just helping you redirect because you're not listening to me anymore. We've gotten so out of tune. You care more about Twitter people and Wikipedia than you care about what I'm saying. This is not what we agreed upon when you was coming down here. The sun is exalted in Aries. It does the best in Aries because you have to follow your own path. Because your own path is going to integrate with the collective anyway, because Aries is already sextile Aquarius. Aquarius is the group. It is the association. It is the future. It is humanity. But humanity cannot thrive if we're not Aries sextiling, showing up as our authentic selves. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We'll never get to where we got to get to. So, let me make sure I'm not checking my phone. So, let me take another bite of my pasta. I think I deserved it. Hallo from Deutschland. All right. Action, baby. And for all you people who ain't about that action, you're going to have to be this time. So, this is about putting your best foot forward and taking a risk. Okay? Now, the type of risk you're going to take is dependent on where your Aries is, which house it's ruled. Let's say your Aries is your first house. You're going to take a risk on yourself. You're going to say, you know what? I have to try out something different. I gotta look different. I gotta change my personality. All right? I gotta change my personality. That's it. Aries rising is like, I'm done. I'm done being the person I used to be. I need to switch it up. Okay, if you have fire signs, baby, this is gonna be great for you. Air signs, fire. Like, you won't have such a good time. Now, if you have a lot of Cancer placements, like say you're an Aries with a lot of Cancer, your family gonna try to hold you back. But you're gonna have to push through. You're gonna have to push through. There's gonna be some emotional manipulation. There's gonna be some, but this is who you were in the past, and this is what worked for you in the past, and Are you sure? Because that's not good for our family name. And you have Aries transit your North Node, you're the first house. You're like, hold on. I need to be me. I need to show up as my authentic self. How can I help this family if I don't discover my own personal needs, the things that are my desires, my urges, the things I'm turned on by, the things that I advocate for, and the things that I want to fight for? You're going to have to fight to be yourself. All right? You're going to have to fight that. And maybe you're going to have to step away from your family a little bit, because now you're realizing how codependent you guys are and how much you are reliant on each other for every single thing. And maybe you have a Venus in Aries in the first house and you're here to learn to love yourself. You're here to learn to love yourself. Let's say you have Aries in the second. I'll do this deeper on another one because I might delete this video. I think I'm going to delete this video and then do a new one for y'all because I want to like be more structured. This is more like off the cuff type. You know, I'm just in my vibe. If you have Aries in the second house, you're going to be like, hold on. I've been investing too much in other people, places, and things. I've been investing too much in other relationships. You know, maybe there's a relationship where the funds are commingled, or maybe even the sex hasn't been exactly what you want it to be, you know? And with the North Node transiting your second house, you're like, I deserve pleasure. I'm going to rethink about what I want to spend my time and my money on. I'm going to rethink what's worth it for me. What kind of, because Mars is the gas in your car. And I didn't start like that. I just feel like I'm all over the place with the video. That's why I'm like, But I guess this is more Aries North Node, right? But it's just being who you are, showing up as you are, not trying to polish it, right? I got to follow my own advice. You see? This is why we need astrology. We need it. So, yeah, nodals and angular houses are hard as fuck because you have to choose yourself. That's why they're hard. And if you choose yourself, you are going to lose something. It happens every time. Because Aries and Scorpio have the same, but they're in conjunct. They're like, they both have Mars, but you gotta choose yourself. You gotta choose yourself. Every time you choose yourself, God chooses you too. You choosing yourself is God choosing you. And you choosing God. That's literally what it looks like. And I don't mean being a dickhead, being an asshole. I don't mean any of those things. All right? I mean being an authentic person, not being threatened by someone else, not being threatened by how someone looks, the status they have, the relationship they have, not wanting to rush Aries. The low vibration of Aries is rush, burnout, fatigue, aggressiveness on a negative scale, because aggressiveness can be good. Hot-headedness, losing your shit, being violent. Aries is ruled by Mars, the Martian, the fighter. So you're going to have to fight. It's about survival instincts. It's about your instincts in general. So if you have Aries, okay, can you wait to delete it? It's wash day. I love y'all. I thank you guys so much for encouraging me. I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful you guys are encouraging me to lean into, because I feel like I'd be all over the place, but I know what I'm saying, but I just don't know if other people get what I'm saying, because I'm trying to paint and do a story and put it together. And I know I can be very verbose. But the thing is that it all makes sense if you come back to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, pick yourself. And Aries is always going to pick themselves, okay? And Aries is always going to pick themselves, okay? Yeah, you guys have to hold me accountable. Listen, y'all in my 11th house. You know what I'm saying? Like, hear what I'm saying? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I just want to do well. I love this so much. I just want to do well. I want people to receive it, obviously, the way they need it. But Aries in the second house. You gonna be like, hold on, I gotta save. I know I have an IC in Virgo. Of course I'm gonna overthink. Duh. Of course I'm gonna overthink. And it's so crazy because the most watched video I had where I was in Vegas and I just did a video outside about the shit that people say about your nose, and I was smoking a blunt like outside just chilling. It was the most watched video I've ever had. So, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So, thank you. Thank you guys for encouraging me. So, okay. Yeah, I will tell you about Aries shadow because it's perfect. So let's go through the houses just real swift, and I'll come back to shadow side. Remind me. More blunt videos. That's what I need to do. Second house in Aries, you're going to be worried about your own money. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. You won't be worried about your own shit. Aries in the third house. Okay. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Aries in the third house is, I gotta speak my truth. I gotta speak my truth. And honestly, the truth is gonna come through questions. You hear me, Aries third house? You have to ask questions. You have to ask questions that you're scared to usually ask because you're very diplomatic. Aries is very diplomatic when it comes to other people's beliefs. You're scared to question other people's beliefs. You're going to be questioning it. You're going to be like, why do you believe that? And the thing is, I want you to remember, you want to do the model in the middle. You don't want to do no extreme of anything. You don't want to be like da 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 da. Verbal fights will happen, but you have to come back to the middle and be like, okay, that is their belief and I see it, but I'm just genuinely asking. So perhaps you can preface it with a, you know what, I have a real question. I have a genuine question and I hope you don't get offended by it. I just want to know from my better understanding, why do you believe this, that, and the third? You hear what I'm saying? Why do you believe? It's the way, it's how you use your language. But if you've been overly compromising, you haven't been saying what you want to say, baby, it's coming out via text messages. So be careful. Don't say no wild shit in a text message you ain't willing to back up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because imagine you have Aries there, you have Cancer placements, your family gonna go in on you. Like, nah. So be careful what you write. I always, first of all, I'm always like that. I have Mercury and Scorpio. You don't gotta tell everybody everything over no text. They not gonna hear you anyway. They're gonna read it in their own voice. They're gonna read it in their own trauma, their own pain, their own backstory. Don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all too comfortable popping your shit in the text messages. Don't be blogging a bunch of shit. Don't be making all these angry little snippets and all this. Learn how to use your words. This is what that North Node transit is going to be. Learn how to use your words. Learn how to keep it short and sweet and get to the point. I don't believe in that because da-da-da-da-da. Oh, what do you mean? No, that's just how I feel. What do you feel? And literally listen. Don't just say, what do you feel, to just be like, okay. Listen. Listen to what they're saying. All right. Damn. Hold on. Let me check my messages. Okay, cool. Listen to what they're saying. Okay. So, North Node in the fourth house. A career switch up is going to come, whether you're taking less time at work, changing your job, changing your career, something's going to happen. Because you want to spend more time at home, even by yourself, your family. This could be your first time moving out. So if you're younger, you don't have a family that you've birthed yourself, you might be moving into your first apartment. I'm happy for you. Yeah. You're like, I had a family member and totally misread what I typed and now we aren't speaking. I don't have the energy to explain because I said what I said. Right? I'm glad we're eating together. So, with North Node in the fourth house, you're really looking to root yourself you're really looking to understand your past and where you come from. And there might be a family argument. There might be some conflict, because that's what Aries is. Conflict within the family environment. Now, if you have a lot of Leo and Sagittarius, this is going to be good conflict. That's going to be resolved. If you have air signs, you can use it by talking it out, because it's sextile. It's beautiful. If you have water signs or earth signs, that's going to be a little bit more stressful. I mean, yeah, water signs or earth signs is going to be a little more stressful, because when you have a lot of water placements with fire, you hold on to the past and you like to bring up shit from the past. Okay? So that's what that kind of shit is. So with the North Node in the 4th house, there's an opportunity to, beautify your home, move out and be by yourself. Maybe you're done with a roommate. Maybe you are ready to be on your own and step out on your own. Maybe you work out in the house more. And also, you could just be busy around the house. North Node in the 4th house is just going to make you busy. All right? With water and fire, yeah, because it's like a back and forth. Like, it could be exhausting, because you're like up and then you're down, because you're in your emotions, and then you're up and then you're down. You're inspired by something, you're like, yeah, but then you remember all the shit that could hold you back, and you're like, golly. I got delivered from family shackles years ago, comfortable being the hard-headed niece who dances to the beat of her own drum. It's all love anyway, because I am me regardless. Yeah. And if people can't recognize good patterns, that's on them. I know. Y'all better hit this like button. Thank you, Josephine. So, what is this? Okay. If you don't, it's okay if you don't have Libra placements. Everyone has a Venus placement and everyone has a Libra house. So even if you don't have a Libra placement, it will be in that house and it will activate the energy of the house. So let's say you have Libra in the 11th house, it'll be about your groups, families, friends, and associations. The way it'll play out for you is where your Venus is placed in the aspects to your Venus. That's how it'll play out for you. But you will absolutely have some type of conflict with your friend group. That's just what's going to happen. If the conflict's going to turn out well or not, it depends on your Mars and Venus aspects. How you handle conflict yourself. How they handle conflict. How you draw in people who handle conflict. So that's what's going to be important. Now, you have it in your 5th house. Aries North Node transit in your 5th house. Now, hold on. Don't just be fucking anybody, because this is a quick pregnancy. This is a quick way to get pregnant. The 4th house too. I didn't say that. The 4th house is the womb. The 4th and the 5th house, baby, strap it up. I told you guys this in the last South Node transit with Scorpio. I told y'all to strap it up. I hope y'all listened to what I had to say. Strap it up. With North Node in the 5th house rules creativity, children, joy, baby, and it's casual dating. So it's giving one-night stand energy. It's giving attracting the sexiest of the listen, baby, you about to have some fun. If you single, you about to have some fun. Okay, you about to have a good time, like a good. You were like, oh my God, a lot of quick romances. Okay, especially if you have planets there. Oh, it's a wrap. Like if you have planets there, if you have planets in any other fire signs, it's going down. It is going down. Like it's going down. You're gonna have opportunities. You're gonna have opportunities, but be careful. Strap it up. Don't be too impulsive. Don't just be going to party. Don't just be going to any party either. Because with the North Node transiting your 5th house, you're going to have a lot more fun activities coming to your doorstep. Concerts, music, joining a fight club, joining a club where you learn how to shoot guns, wield weapons, discovering a new personal hobby, because we didn't say that, but Aries is new beginnings. So you could actually be creating a new hobby for yourself. All right? It's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. North Node in the 5th house, it's fun. Even when you have South Node in the 5th house transiting, it's still fun. Your life is still fun. It's still fun. Okay? Like I have South Node in the 5th house and I have North Node in the 11th. My life is still fun. It's full of fun shit. Like I have a good time. Look, most times I have a good time. You know what I mean? My life ain't that shitty. So I've been through some shit. A nigga almost died 3 times, but shit, fuck it. I'm still here. So it's like, it's good. I'm telling you, you have 5th house planets. You're very blessed because it's a very blessed house. It's almost like Aries. You will always choose your joy. You will always choose the things that make you happy over everything. Aries will choose themselves, and 5th house will choose their joy. 1st house, you'll choose yourself. 5th house, you'll choose your joy. Okay? So North Node in the 5th house, and just go by North Node in the 5th house, because everybody, if you do Placidus, you might have a different rising sign. You see what I'm saying? So just look at the houses transiting. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of opportunities, a lot of hot people, and I can't wait. Like, y'all better hit me up and tell me, oh my God. This is the time to build your confidence, you know, and build your vivaciousness, build your personality. It's literally the time. Like, you're going to be on fire. Yes, near-death experiences, all Scorpio shit. So you're about to be on fire, baby. You're about to imagine if you're a musician or a performer, a dancer. This is your time. This is your motherfucking time. I want you to make videos. I want you to show your skills. I want you to show your hobbies. Aries is action. Remember, the word is action. 5th house is hobbies. Okay? Okay. So let's go to the 6th house. I got to wrap it up because I have some people that are waiting for me. So 6th house, North Node Aries, you're going to pick up, you're going to be so fucking sexy. You can build insane muscle right now. Also, I didn't say that. Aries rules blood and the muscular system. And let me tell you, when you have North Node transiting in the 6th house, this is the perfect time. This is when people glow up. This is when you see their skin looks better, their hair looks better, their body, like everything. The health is just on 100. All right, let's say you have a stellium there. You're going to be the personal trainer of the fucking 18 months. This is a great time if you're into health, fitness, holistic healing, 6th house things, working with pets, animals, being a veterinarian. This is the perfect time. So imagine you have a bunch of planets in the 6th house and you're a veterinarian. You're going to have a lot of quick surgeries. You're going to be going in. That's why you be thick. Period. Body's going to be bodying. Okay, the transit is happening from the 18th of July right now, 2023, until January 11th, 2025. It's gonna be fire. Let me tell you right now, you're gonna be fine as fuck. Like, I'm just so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. These North Nodes in the 6th house, they're not playing, and your body's gonna change very quick. It's going to happen very fast, and you're going to be very shocked. So just stay on your plan, stay on your course. Oh, I want to quit smoking. I want to drink more green juice. I want to meditate more. Great. I want to meditate more. I want to hang out more. Like, I want to do that. You're going to be in your bag. You're going to be getting a lot of more opportunities for everyday things. Like, I'm telling you, this is going to be fire for you. This is going to be fire. Like, your life is going to be really busy. Don't get me wrong. You're going to be busy. It's going to be a lot of ripping and running for these next 18 months. So I want you to be mindful of fatigue. I want you to be mindful of burnout. I want you to be mindful of overheating, right? Aries is heat, fire, right? All fire signs talk about heat. So I want you to be mindful. If you can, go get a sauna. I got my sauna from Amazon, and I got me like a home sauna. This is a good time to break a sweat. It's a good time to have quick workouts. I want you to get into HIIT workouts. I want you to get into hot yoga, jump roping, boxing, fighting, martial arts, weightlifting, especially if you have Saturn and Aries in the 6th house. Like, it's weird. You're going to have so much more discipline, so much more stamina, so much more endurance. I really want you to use that, okay? Like, this is your time. This is your time. And if you're Scorpio rising, you have Aries in the, you've been waiting for this. You had the South Node transit in your 1st house, so you've already been changing your personality. You've already been letting go of the trauma narratives. You've already been letting that shit go. You're like, all right, I'm done with this. And now your body is going to reflect that. And this Scorpio going up. All right? Like, let me tell you, you're going to be, I'm happy for you guys. Now, North Node transit in the 7th house. Baby, are you ready for a love story? Are you ready for a love story? Are you ready to fall in love or to re-fall in love? If you're in love with somebody right now and you're in a relationship, expect to be fucking more. You're going to be looking at your partner like, yeah, I want to rip you apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you're going to be looking at your partner. As a Libra rising, you can be like, hold on. I think I found the one. That's what you're all be saying. I think I found the one. I think I found the one. That's what it's going to be. You're going to, whether it's your therapist, you found the one, or trainer, you found the one, or the love of your life, you found the one. You found somebody that's going to inspire you. You're going to draw in somebody you get really close with really quick. It's going to happen very fast. Aries is quick. Aries is very, very, very quick. Now, I want you to be mindful. I feel like some of y'all probably going to get eloped and shit. I can't tell you what to do. Live your best life. Okay? Live your best life. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. But some of y'all are going to be very impulsive and getting in relationships very quickly. So I want you to be mindful of that. Okay? Be mindful. Don't do it to just do it. Do it because Aries, they motivate you. You're inspired. You're driven by them. They ignite something within you. They spark a flame. They light you up. They make you feel hot. They make, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta be a vibe. It's gotta be a vibe. And it's gonna be one person you focus on. It's gonna be one, unless you have Jupiter there, then it's gonna be one of many. Okay? But it's gonna be a thing. Bye, Cedric. So I'm telling you, North Node transit in the seventh house, Libra rising. Especially as a Libra rising, you're like, oh my God, I found the one. I don't want you guys to be delusional. Oh, that's cute. Libra rising, Aries rising, that's kind of cute. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. It's giving complimentary. It's giving complimentary, okay? But I don't want, remember, strap up. I believe in casual sex. As adults, I believe in casual consenting sex. I don't care if it's you and another person, you and 80 people. I don't give a fuck. Casual and consenting is the only things I personally care about. I have a stellium in the 5th house. You're supposed to have a lot of fun. You're supposed to have sex. You're supposed to have a good time. But we got to be adults about this, right? We got to be more responsible with our sexual bodies and our bodies in general and our health, right? So have fun. You might do something spontaneous with a lover. And if we're not talking about relationships, but this is really a relationship house, you might find your business partner around this time. Like this, you might finally, you've been sitting there racking your brain. Okay, how can I get ahead? How can I get ahead in my business? I need someone, da, 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 da. And you might have find the perfect person to help you with your business. This is a great time, especially again, if you have fire signs and air signs, this is perfect. Perfect. Even if you're a Libra rising with Libra stuff in the 1st house and stuff, it's okay. Oppositions is just about creating balance. That's all it is. It's just about creating balance. All right. But this is the time. Keep your eyes open and go out to the events. Go out. Don't stay at home. Learn. All right. I need a partner and a business and a new body. You about to get all that shit, period. So this is what this transit is about. For you in the 7th house, you are absolutely going to meet someone who's going to change your life or change your direction in life. It's either for the good or for the bad. And I want you to look at your Mars placement to see what it is. Say if your Mars placement is trine Saturn, someone is going to change you for the better and help you become disciplined, help you become more stable, help you think of long-term plans and consequences. A person is going to help you get results. That's all Capricorn, Saturn stuff. A person who's going to make sure that you have a something to fall back on. Okay, that's that. Now, if you have Mars, and Mars is the ruler of your 7th house, is conflicts and fights. You can absolutely get into arguments with your lover. Violence can absolutely appear during this transit. Remember, Aries North Node is about, I'm going to do what I want to do for me. And some motherfuckers feel like they got to put hands on somebody else to prove that. So if your Mars is squared up by Pluto, Saturn, you have to look at your closest Mars aspect, okay? If your Mars is squared up by Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, let's say your Mars is square Neptune, you can absolutely draw in somebody who has a secret addiction. And do you want to deal with that? right? You might have Libra rising, stellium in the sixth house, north node in the seventh, in the sixth house, north node in the sixth house, stellium in the 12th house. You already love people unconditionally. Do you love them to the detriment of your own mental health? That's the question that's going to be on that axis. Sixth house is mental health, 12th house is spiritual health. Are you loving them at the detriment, thinking that you could save that person from their own demise and their own self-sabotage? Because the 12th house is sabotage. And if you have Venus there, the moon there, your emotions, the way that you love people can be of self-sabotage because you're willing to give up yourself for that person. So this is why I want you to be super mindful. Let's say you have, like I said, Mars is square Saturn. You don't fuck with authority. So now let's say that's happening and you do something and then you could have a run-in with somebody. It's not going to be good. So this is why you really need to know yourself, Libra rising. You need to be honest. And you also just need to say it one time. Be quick with it and be out. Don't linger. Because your codependency can rope you into a situation that becomes so conflict driven, there's no way, you don't see a clear pathway. So this is why I want you to be extremely mindful. Look at your Mars aspects. Look at the aspects to your angles, meaning the house angles. Aspects to your personal planets, because this is how you handle Mars type of things. Let's say Mars is square moon. You have a tendency to react real quick, especially if it's immutable signs or cardinal signs. More than fixed signs, because fixed signs will be like, fixed signs, you can like poke them and agitate them for a long time before they fucking go off. That's the difference. Cardinal signs, you irritate them, they hear irritated right away. Mutable signs, it really depends on their mood. Okay? So be mindful. Because remember, Libra rising, you have a tendency to draw in people that have anger issues anyway. Issues and don't own their anger, don't own their rage, don't own their need to stand up for themselves. So keep that in mind. Now, but like I said, I mean, if you have some good trines and stuff going on, it's giving love story. It's giving like, I met this person, I had a romance. And some of y'all need to remember, you don't need to marry the person. You don't need to have a long-term relationship with them. Sometimes that 8-month romance, the 6-month romance, the 5-day romance is just as fulfilling as a 20-year relationship, if not more fulfilling. Don't let time be the only indicator of success. That's the shadow side of Capricorn Saturn. Okay? Sometimes we let that hold us back. So now, I have about 20 more minutes I'm going to spend with you guys. Now, let's talk about in the 8th house. Have y'all paid y'all bills, 8th house people? Have you paid your bills? Well, let me tell you. The 8th house is debt, taxes. It's also money from other people. It's also investments. I need you to pay your bills. Pay your bills. Don't do it. I'm telling you, Scorpio stellium, Taurus moon, pay your bills. When I had Saturn transit in my 8th house, you know how much fucking extra shit I had to pay because I was forgetful and I didn't remember, or I paid something to the wrong thing, and now pay your bills. The 8th house could also be emergency surgery. Because Aries is like accidents, attacks, right? And the 8th house deals with also transformation. So it could just be a quick surgery. You might have just had dental issues. It could be something so small, right? Don't think it's going to be a big thing. Surgery comes on many levels. Maybe you cut yourself on your hand. You were playing some kind of football. Now you have to get 2 stitches. Like, relax. It's not going to be like, okay? Well, blonde critic, we're going to have to get you some money to pay these bills. All right, we're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna have to figure it out. So why the North Node in Aries is I can absolutely see you guys doing something secretive and impulsive for the first time. And it might be only one time right now, you know, but I can absolutely see you doing that. I can absolutely see you. I want you to strap up too, like immediately. The 8th house is, the 6th house is diseases, debts. The 8th house is transformations, rebirth, control. So I really want you to be mindful, especially if you have a stellium in the 8th house. You tend to have a secret lifestyle anyway, especially when it comes to your ambitions, motivations, and even your desires and sexual life. You have a secret lifestyle anyway. North Node is going to be transiting there, so it's going to give you an influx more of that energy. So, but this is a great time to change yourself. Like, this is for Virgo risings. Pluto's going to go in your 6th house anyway, which is going to be sextiling the 8th house. This is a time for you to change. All right? This is a time for you to really do the work, to dive deep down and buckle down, and really work with your anger, because you will absolutely be triggered during this time. And it's going to be rooted in your fear and paranoia and natural distrust for the world. Because understand, Virgo risings deal with violence and silence. They don't tell people. Right? Unfortunately, a lot of Virgo risings, they have Pisces on the 7th. They can draw in a lot of liars and people who paid themselves to be one thing, or chameleons, people who metamorphosize and change themselves. All right? That's what you guys tend to draw in. You guys can love people and be so loving and unconditional. I need you to be very mindful. All right? Your whole life started in the 8th house. So there's a lot of Scorpio energy to you, if you understand what I mean. Okay? If you're in the spiritual world, be mindful of spiritual attacks. Be mindful of all that kind of shit. Hidden things, like people using psychology to control your actions. People trying to use astrology, you know, to make you second guess yourself, right? You have to have people who are not doing it for the money, but they're doing it to help you change, to help propel your rebirth. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? South Node is in Libra. I see a lot of y'all, if y'all have therapy or therapists, I see a lot of y'all changing y'all therapists. Because you're like, okay, this is run its course. This relationship is over. Because now I feel like they're just doodling. You see what I'm saying? They're not even listening to they're just here for the money at this point. They don't care if I change deep down inside. So this is going to be quite interesting for Virgo risings. This is going to be very psychological for you, very behind the scenes, very, very introspective, introvertive. I feel like you guys are going to spend a lot of time alone, a lot of time in dark places, dark spaces, because that's all 8th house things. You might do a lot of loner shit, okay? You're going to definitely have to deal with your relationship to sex, to control. You're going to have to deal with all that. You're going to have to deal with your relationship to what you feel about sex and how you feel about power dynamics, power struggles, self-empowerment, and if you are self-empowered or disempowered through sex. It's going to be quite interesting, very psychological. Anytime it's going in the 4th, 8th, or 12th house, it's very behind the scenes. And I can see this in some of the people that I'm around for 1000%, right? Some of y'all might over pedestalize sex. Oh, no one could touch me, and I'm so pure, and I'm this, da, 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 da. But your impulses are going to be juicy. Like, your juices are going to be juicing with this North Node in the 8th house. Your sexual desires in your deep dog down, things that you want that impact your psychology, is going to be coming to the forefront. You know, or maybe you're a person who's overly sexualized And you're like, well, I feel like I'm being used for sex and and all this. That doesn't make me feel good anymore. I don't feel like there's a good exchange here between us. So I highly encourage masturbating. You'll have a good time. You'll probably find some new sex toys. Okay. Let's say you have Aquarius placements. You might actually invent a new sex toy, or you might unlock a new sex act or the way that you can have sex with somebody. Because I'm telling you, that's 8th house. Remember, 8th house, the 2nd house is my pleasure, the things that pleasure me. And the 8th house is the things that deeply pleasure us, right? And it's also the inside of your relationship. So that's all of that. That's 8th house stuff. So pay off your debts, be honest about sex, think about your psychology and how you're warped and wired, and be ready for some type of rebirth. Okay? So next, who are we discussing? So now, North Node in the 9th house. Baby, you got your passport? You got your passport? Because it's ready. I'm ready for a quick trip. Meet me on the island. Are you ready? Do you have a passport, baby? You got your paperwork in order? Did you put a little money aside so you could take a little quick trip? Did you? I hope you did. I hope you did. The 9th house, it's giving, finding a new, like a lot of y'all are going to be getting into a new spiritual belief. A lot of new people to astrology, a lot of new people to church, a lot of new people to quick trips. I can absolutely see you guys going on a nice long journey for yourself, for your own identity, for your own peace, to know who you are. I can absolutely see this being a life-changing trip for Libra risings. And this is actually beautiful. You might meet somebody on your trip. You will absolutely meet somebody, actually. A mentor, a guru, a philosopher, a teacher. That's who you're going to meet with this North Node transiting your 9th house. I'm so happy for you. Especially if you have wonderful fire placements and air placements. This is so cool. This person's going to motivate the shit out of you. You're going to never forget them. Is it Leo risings? I'm sorry, Leo risings. They're going to motivate the shit out of you. You're never going to forget these people. You're going to be like, wow, it's almost as if you get on the airplane to take a trip and then you're on the plane for 10 hours and you talk to this person next to you for literally the entire 10 hours and you never see them again. It's a once in a lifetime experience. I feel like you're going to have a really good time, especially with Leo risings. You should be able, this is also publishing. Bye. This is also international publishing, foreign trades, international affairs. Okay? This is going to be a good time for you. If you're in college, you should absolutely be getting an opportunity to stand up and stand out. What we people fail to realize is this, why they should have college level courses in high school. I think I understand what you're saying. So that's going to be in the 9th house. The 9th house should be really a really good time. It's going to be about having open-minded. You're going to become more open-minded. You're just going to be like, you know what? Everybody's just trying to find themselves. Everybody's just trying to be authentically themselves. Everybody's trying to live in their truth. I'm going to speak my truth because my truth brings me joy. And I want to share my truth with people. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really value the opinions of others anymore. So I don't really need to ask any questions because I believe what I believe. And I'm confident in that. And I'm good on that. And that's what you're going to feel like as a Leo rising is like, I believe what I believe, you know? And I'm happy here. And you can believe what you want to believe. But Libra in the 3rd house, I'm not tethered to other people's opinions anymore. I'm not trying to keep up for good look. I'm not just trying to only be talked nice about. I want to be real. I want to be rooted. I want to take risks. I can see y'all doing skydiving. I can see y'all doing some kind of extreme sport. I can see you guys going across seas. I could see some of y'all being like, fuck it. I'm leaving the country and I'm not coming back for a minute. You know? I need a journey of self-discovery and I need to trust myself and trust my instincts and trust that I know my relationship with the universe and God. And I can only do that if I discover what I got to do for myself. So it's going to be a really beautiful transit, especially for my air signs. You guys are going to be very insightful. You're going to have so much new information downloaded. I can see a new, almost like a new-ish religion, okay? And I don't want to say religion, but it's the religion of I believe in me. That's what it is for Leo rising. Your religion is I believe in me. I believe I am good enough as how I am, how I show up authentically. It's fine. So that's going to be really nice for you. Mentors coming in. Now, if you have squares there, you're going to be kind of hard-headed. Yes, self-devotion. Beautifully said, Lancaster. Self-devotion. If you have squares there, you're going to be argumentative. You're going to be trying to shove your ideals down people's throats. You're going to, but this is, you only have tension within yourself. It's you fighting against you. Everybody's allowed to believe they want to believe. You take that as far as you want to take it. People don't have to mirror your beliefs. And that's the issue with this access. Like, you want people to believe and do the things you want to do. You want to have like-minded Libra, third house, like-minded people around you, people who mirror your thoughts. But with the North Node in the ninth house, you're going to see how detrimental that is. It's not going to help you grow. What's going to help you grow is being around individuals who have varied beliefs. This is giving a melting pot. I could see you doing a little Buddhism, a little Christianity, like you're going to be studying all kinds of things, you know, studying all kinds of ways of living, studying all kinds of different perspectives. And if you're a writer, I would like write a book about the same person, maybe in different cultures, right? Like the same person being in this culture, this religion, in this culture, and that, like, and showing how they can show up authentically in themselves. So I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of truth tellers, whistleblowers are going to be happening at this time, especially if you have 11th house placements. It's giving, I got shit to say. Now, Aries, 10th house, Cancers, stand up, chin chin, it's us. Okay, love you. Bye, thank you for joining me today. I know I'm hella loud. But I like projecting. It is what it is. I'm staying here. I said bye to whoever was leaving. I was just reading your message. I have a couple more houses to go. Okay. Cancer. Get ready to turn the motherfucking up. Our career is changing. Don't you see? I'm Cancer rising, and I'm on a strike. And it's weird because I have Saturn transiting my 9th house, so it's trining all my placements, but it's squaring my natal Saturn, so it's stopping the work that I usually do, but it's still giving open up to everything else. North Node in the 11th house, in the 10th house, baby. Get ready for a career change. Get ready. The thing is, you've been thinking about it anyway. You've been thinking about it, haven't you? You've been thinking about it, huh? He was like, hold on. Hold on. You're like, hold on. I want to be the first to do something. I want to stand out. I want to pioneer a new field. I want a new beginning in my career. You're feeling very ambitious, fired up. You want to be seen more in the public eye. You're looking for... Your achievement is being your authentic self. Like, your reward is showing up as who you are. It's a new direction. Remember, Aries is direction, always. The direction forward. And with North Node transiting the 10th house, you have a new opportunity and a new beginning in your career. Many opportunities should be coming in, to be quite honest. And there's going to be one life-changing opportunity. Unless you have Mercury there, then you have two. Okay, because that's duality, or Jupiter there, then you have abundance of new opportunities. Do you hear what I'm saying? Abundance. You gotta look what it is. If you have Saturn there, you might have a very good opportunity, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. This is your time to shine. Baby, you're gonna be busy. You're gonna be busy. And it's all dependent on how much energy you got. You're going to be busy. People are going to be calling you last minute. Expect to be, your life is going to be action oriented. You're going to be called to show up, to be a leader in your work environment, in your career, to start something new, to be a risk taker. And you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to fight for it. It's not going to come without conflict. It's not going to come without pushback. It's not going to come without it's going to come quick. I already know. For me, it's happening next year. Like, North Node will be on my North Node next year. It's already gearing up. Like, I'm already gearing up to go there. Get ready. Yep, you already know. 10th house public. I'm getting a makeover. Yes, I'm getting a career makeover. You already know. I'm going to be leaning in more to my astrology because my Mars is in the 9th house. So my 9th house is activated. Teaching, philosophy, traveling. I've been traveling all year long. Like, I'm loving this year for me. I'm loving this because I'm releasing the need. I don't want, like I already tweeted a long time ago, I'm not the trauma friend. Don't dump on me like that. We could talk about bad shit, but I'm the fun friend. I'm over it. So North Node in the 10th house. Get ready to take a risk. Get ready to stand up for yourself. Get ready to fight for what you love. Get ready to understand that you are in this world bringing a new idea in. Oh, Justice. I hope you can read Justice. Read my eyes. If you don't think I've been working on what I need to, if you don't, Justice. Come on, y'all know I'm a Scorpio stellium. You know I be doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. Baby, when I tell y'all what I've been working on, I can't wait. Y'all gonna be so proud of me. Y'all gonna be so proud. Remember, I have Jupiter. Remember, this is what you gotta remember about me, right? If you knew my chart, I have Jupiter in my midheaven. I gotta just Jupiter and Pisces. I gotta let God do its thing. Like, I gotta deliver what I want, but I gotta let God put it together. It's on God's time. My blessing comes through God's timing. It's not my time. I have a Virgo IC. I want to be overcritical. I want to schedule things, and read my energy. Read me, baby. Oh, I can't wait for you. Like, I wish I could. I literally had a meeting today. That's all I can say. I had a meeting today. That's all I can say. So it's coming. Like, it's ordained. I'm getting tears in my eyes because I know how much you guys love me and love this for me. And I know how much you guys are rooting for me and praying for me. Okay? Like, let me tell you, when I can say what I can say, like, the way God is putting it together is unreal. It is literally unreal. Like, it's literally unreal. If I wish I could tell you guys what's going on. So don't worry about it. I'm working on it. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race for me. So, and honestly, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I wouldn't be here without y'all. This would have never happened. It would have never happened without y'all. So I'm so excited. It would have never happened without you guys' encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would never, none of this would ever happen. So it would have never, I never would have gotten this far without you guys. Without you guys encouraging me. So I just love y'all. Thank you guys. It's only up from here. It's only up. I'm sorry. I got water energy, Cancers, we only cry out of frustration or fucking happiness. It's insane. And so, yeah, I'm excited. So anyway, it's gonna benefit all of us. Y'all already know I got Taurus moon in the 11th. We all getting paid somehow. So what? Know that? And it's gonna come through. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Because, you know, I have Aries North Node. I feel very alone a lot. I feel alone a lot. I feel like I'm pushing a lot. And unfortunately, I can't rely on certain relationships in this lifetime. I really have to do things for myself. I have to do things that interest me. I have to do things I feel passionate about that ignite my fire. You know what I'm saying? Aries North Node. That's why when I talk about it, I get so loud and excited and vibrant and like all these other things. I just get really excited. So I just want to let you know I would not be here without y'all. And I got y'all back. Trust me, I got your back. I got your back. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to figure some shit out. So we just, you know, I have Saturn in the 6th house. Slow and steady wins the race. There's a lot of restructuring, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I need a lot of help. So, but the help comes very slow for me. It doesn't come that fast, you know? So, you know, I just want it to be, I want conversations and constellations just be, you know what I'm saying? It can help so many people. I had a reading with Meredith from Soul Navigation a week ago or so, and she's like, wow, your chart is incredible. You could help so many people heal and transform. And I'm just like, and I have Chiron transiting my 10th house. So, you know, healer energies all over my 10th house. So, hi. Sorry. I'm literally like getting emotional. Sorry, guys. Okay. No, I can't apologize for my emotions. I'm happy. So North Node transiting your 10th house, Cancer. Get excited. It's a new direction for us. New career is unfolding. New opportunities are coming. You have to do what interests you. I know it's scary. You are going to be one of the first to do it. You're going to be a pioneer. You're a natural entrepreneur. And you have to take risks. I've taken so many risks in my life. Like, you guys don't even understand. I've done writing, editing, photography. I've done babysitting, dog walking, cashier, bartender, waitress. Like, I've done every job. So many jobs that you guys can think of. And it's just about taking risks and changing things up. If you have Aries in the 10th house, you're not meant to do the same thing forever. You're meant to switch it up a lot and go with what you feel is best, what you feel is fresh, new, inspiring. So that's that. Now, 11th house and 12th house, and then I gotta get out of here. I really just appreciate y'all. Like, I hope you guys don't think I talk about myself too much, but I'm trying to like relate my chart to the energies that are in my chart and why we connect and why I appreciate you guys so much and how you guys are helping me in my life and what my life story is and things of that nature. I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate y'all, and I'm just trying to show you a vulnerable side of me, you know, and how much I just am so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I'm just grateful. And I just want you guys to know. So you got your first client this weekend. Baby, when I tell you, you about to get up. You about to go up. Like the North Node in your 10th house, you're going to be on fire. Literally. Just don't get exhausted, don't burn out, and don't do too much. I just want everybody to feel this joy. This is why I love astrology, because if I had known about this when I was a kid, I would have dived into this deeper. But everything is in God's perfect timing. And I just want everybody else to feel joy in their life. I have a 5th house stellium, joy, deep joy. In Scorpio, I want deep, passionate joy. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that. You know, I want you to know that God got your back. I don't care what no one else says, yo. God, I don't care what you believe in. God has your back. You're not here to fail. You're not here to have a shitty life. And this is why I must teach this. I must teach it. So at first you're going to go through some pain. You're going to go through some loss. You're going to go through heartaches. You're going to go through grief. You're going to go through feeling like, oh my God, my life is over, because you built a life surrounded about other people's opinions. You've built your life surrounded on old narratives, on old traditions. And all I want to do is show you that there's a new way. There's a new way to work with your energy. It's very practical. It's very real, you know, and if you use this the right way, baby, the way you gonna glow up, You're really gonna be understanding. Okay, cool. So that's North Node in the 10th house. North Node in the 11th house. I just had this transit. So can I tell you guys about how it went for me? Fucking phenomenal. Baby, you're gonna be popular. Popular. Baby, let me tell you right now. North Node transit in the 11th house is one of the most blessed times in your life because the 11th house is your groups, associations, but it's also your hopes, goals, and dreams. And the second house to your 10th house from derivative astrology, meaning the income that you get from your 10th. Let me see, this is the time. You must build your network. You guys know how big I am on networking. You know how big I am because I don't think you can get anything done on your own. It's not possible. You got to find the quality people, the right people. Let me tell, baby, this last motherfucking 18, the types of people that I've met, it is, it's insane. It's honestly crazy. It's crazy. When your North Node is transiting your 11th house, baby, I need you to go outside. I need you to go out. And you know what? For you, what's going to be? It's going to be quick. It's going to be a little pop in, pop out. That's how you really going with that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you really going to pop in, pop out. First of all, North Node in Aries in the 11th house. I need you to wear eye-catching colors, eye-catching clothes, eye-catching patterns, eye-catching jewelry, eye-catching scent. I need you to put the flashlight on yourself. I need you, because Aries is bright, bold, loud, in your face. Like, I'm not scared. I'm fearless. I need you to be fearless in social situations. Talk to people you never would have talked to before. Connect with people you never would have connected before. Do it. If that person looks interesting to you, and that person look interesting to me, walk over there. Yeah, hi. How are you? I just want to introduce myself. I really love your outfit. You know, that's Libra South now. I really love the or somebody passes by you. Oh my God, is that you that smells like that? What do you mean? You smell delicious. What is that? Oh, well, you know. It's my little fancy. You know, oh, pretty, yes. You don't know what a conversation could start off by giving someone a compliment. You guys don't understand how far a compliment to someone else can get you. Y'all don't get it. A compliment has given me the best friendships I've ever had in my life because somebody stepped outside of their comfort zone or they recognized me, they saw something dope, and they wanted to express it. Let me tell you, the 11th house transit ain't no jokes. All the people who are going to help you make your dreams and wishes come true are going to be there, even if it's temporary, even if it's for a short time. They're still going to help you, whether that's inspiring you with thought, introducing you to a person that's going to help you, bringing you to an event or a place or a space, or introducing you to a new group of people. Aries North Node Trine, you're going to meet a whole new group of people. And you're, especially with fireplaces, you're going to be that girl, that guy. Okay? I agree with you. We are triggered by authenticity. Authenticity triggers us as it is beautiful, raw, requires vulnerability, is honest, is glowing. But we are used to fake vibes and narcissism. Yep. And we're used to like making people feel bad for showing up as themselves. I hate that shit. So this North Node in the 11th house is giving social media. That's the 11th house. So promote your business. Try the new social apps. Oh my God, I just had a brain fucking blast. Aries is new beginnings. 11th house is social media. You know all the new apps that are coming out, the Threads, the Spill, the this, the that. You need to do all that. You need to literally do it. You need to be out there and showcasing yourself. Show up, show out, show your art, show your business, show your family, show this, show whatever it is important to you that you want to share with the world. Show it. Show the things that make you happy, the things that bring you joy. Show the things that bring you pain in a delicate way if we can. You know what I'm saying? Like, be ready to show out. It's going to be a vibe. 11th house is I'm outside. I've been these last 18 months, child. Woo! So many events. I had North Node transiting my 11th house all last year. I went to, just for work purposes, not even family, like my personal shit, I went to 68 events last year. That's a lot of shit. That is a lot of events. That is a lot of people. 68 circles. This is be outside energy. That's right, Kate Brooks. Be outside. And I want you to do this. Show up as your authentic self. If you are talking to somebody, you burp in the middle of talking, be like, oh my God, excuse me. It's okay. If you fall somewhere in public, I fell in a restaurant. I fell face down. I had sneakers on. I was not high, nothing. I was completely clear-headed. And I'm just like, la, 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 la. Whoosh, and you literally see me go down, okay? This is just what it is. There's a lot of public things you're going to be going through. So you're going to be in the public a lot. You're going to be joining maybe a new social group, which will be really good for you. Even if it's, okay, I want to learn how to wield weapons. I want to learn how to bike ride. I want to learn how to roller skate. Join new groups, okay? Try it out. You're going to have a good time. And you're going to have a lot of friendships, and some of them might be really short-lived. You know what I'm saying? They might be really like, wow, but there's still quality in things that don't last forever. All right? Let me tell y'all, I'm clumsy as hell. So, last one. Because I gotta go. North Node in the, let me check my messages. Hold on. North Node in the 12th house. It's a time to be introspective, reflective. It's a time for forgiveness, self-compassion specifically, and self-forgiveness. There's going to be a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors that can come out in the beginning, but towards the middle, you're going to start seeing what you do to sabotage. So maybe your lack of impulsivity, your lack of being forthright and honest. Maybe it's your lack of, you're always calm, cool, collected because you're in Taurus rising, right? And so you're always going to be like, well, I just want to be chill. I want to look unbothered. Remember, Taurus is all about being unbothered. I want to look unbothered. Okay. I want to look like nothing can rock me. Nothing can take my peace. Nothing can make me feel uncomfortable. Nothing can make me feel like I, If you have North Node in the, I'm telling you, I had North Node transit in the 11th house. Definitely a lot of self-sabotaging energy was coming out. I have it in Gemini, so for me, it was the narrative that I was feeding myself that was sabotaging me, right? The opinions, the opinions of others, the thoughts of others, the voice, the subconscious voice that tells me I'm not good enough or tries to implement shame and guilt into my narrative. That's Gemini, right? It was like talking heads. For Aries, it's you. It's literally you, your own personality, how you show up. Okay. And you have to show up. This is going to be really interesting. There's going to be, you might have relationship burnout. So much so that maybe you're not resting well due to your relationship, due to your upkeep of certain things. This is resting season for you for the next 18 months. It's a lot of internal work. It's a lot of meditation. It's a lot of quiet time. It's a lot of isolating. Even if you're at a party, you're probably going to take 15 or 20 minutes to just be by yourself. Smoking outside a cigarette, standing outside, just breathing in the air, looking to the stars. There's going to be a lot of need for quiet, for calm, for peace, for understanding. There also might be an emergency situation that could include hospitalization or needing some spiritual help. This could come out of a spiritual conflict. This could absolutely, you can feel the spiritual warfare. Like you're very sensitive to the spiritual warfare at this point. Your dreams are going to be, they could be very active and or violent. And I don't want you to be scared by that. I just want you to see, like, say for instance, you might have a dream where there's a lot of swords. So maybe you're violent with yourself in your mental, right? Because in tarot, the swords rule the mental sphere and the how you think. It's the air signs. That's what the swords are. But, or maybe you dream a lot about water. And so maybe there's a lot of drowning, confusing, or feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Feeling as you're consumed by emotion, consumed by the past, right? And that's all water stuff and water energy. So you're absolutely gonna, you see how my energy just calmed down? This is so 12th house. Like, remember, I'm Jupiter and Pisces in the 9th. So when I start talking about what I believe, I can chameleonaire into the next, I literally just got calm. This is the 12th house. All right. The 12th house is a house of self-undoing, and you're going to need to self-undo. But I do want you to be mindful of hidden rage, hidden anger. Everyone is angry. All right. Everyone is angry. So you've been having dreams of shootouts for the whole week. This can absolutely manifest itself into something real. But it also is you feeling penetrated, right? What is a shootout? It's punctures, pinches, hits. It's like very, you know what I mean? Like it's jabs, like jabs. So there's something in your life when it comes to shootouts. I mean, I feel like you should get a dream book, dream journal. This is the best time for that. Reiki healing, spiritual healing. This is good to work with fire in healing. And I haven't even talked to you guys about this because I've done a lot of little healing things in my life. But fire and healing could be very good for you. And I haven't even talked about the 12th house and how it can heal you. But whatever signs in the 12th house, okay, you literally can, that's the healing you need. So if you have fire there, fire is very helpful to you. If you have water there, water. If you have air there, it's your mind, your mental, the words you say. If you have earth there, nature is very healing for you. Simple. Simple. That's it. Okay? Exactly. Samuel says the 12th house is things that cannot be explained by logic. It cannot, because it's God's realm. And so this is a hidden anger, but God gave you this hidden anger for a reason. You need that rage because as a Taurus rising, you have a natural calm to you anyway. But let me tell you something. You come out of life a fight, standing up for yourself. And there's a lot. Listen, Taurus, I love you guys. I'm on Taurus moon. You know I'm right. My moon's in your first house. Okay? My moon's in your first house. Sometimes your comfort is more important than your authenticity. And that can only work but for so long. You cannot keep living in a world where you keep sacrificing the things that you desire, the things that create inspiration and motivate you to continue living. Your motivation comes from the spiritual realm. Your motivation comes from God. Your motivation comes from understanding that there is something behind this door that I need to understand. That's your motivation. Your motivation is this is why you have Scorpio on the 7th. You draw in all kinds of hippie, weirdo, secretive people. You are what you call it? A gypsy, fortune teller. Oh my, these are very superficial, small words I'm trying to say. You are a futurist. You are That's So Raven. You know what I'm saying? The 12th house for you, and remember, you're Taurus rising. You don't like to look like you're out of control. You don't like that. You don't like when people rile you up. You don't want to give nobody onus over your anger. There are going to be situations, though, it's out of your control. Because remember, you're Taurus. You love to control everything. Because you like to make everything look cool and peace. And like everything is fine. And so you're going to need this moment. You're going to need this moment of... It's going to be a little hectic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a couple fights. A couple of... I felt this way because you've been hoarding, Taurus. How you feel. You've been taught this. You've been taught this, though. And I don't want you to take it like I'm saying, oh, no, I'm coming at... You've been taught to be this way, right? Remember that. There's a reason why you are this way, but you've been holding back the things you truly desire. The people you desire, you've been holding back, showing who you really are, your spirituality, your connection with God, your connection with the other realm. Right? Absolutely, Samuel. They need that deep rest. This is the time to go to the beach, do bonfires with your friend, or maybe even maybe one person. One person you could sit in silence with. One person you don't have to entertain. Do you hear what I'm saying? You don't have to take care of them. It's just they show up and we're just here. We're here in silence because we have a spiritual connection. If you care not to do things alone, maybe you have a lot of Libra placements and you're scared to do those things. One step at a time. But the North Node transit in the 12th house is absolutely going to bring up even gifts that are deep buried within your family. Like, because the 4th house is the past, the 8th house is secret gifts, and the 12th house is absolutely ancestral. It's almost like the gifts that are in your family. And I really feel like you guys can take private classes. I think you guys need to take self-defense classes or learn how to defend yourself spiritually, physically, whatever it may be for you in your first steps. I really feel as if this 12th house transit for you is going to reveal your spiritual and psychic gifts, your clairvoyant gifts. And you might actually save someone's life in this transit. 8th house too. But if you have 8th house planets in North Node, you might actually be someone's savior. And I don't want you to look for it. I want you to allow it to happen so you can see the courage and the bravery and the fearlessness that you actually have. Because a lot of times, Taurus, you don't think you're that fearless. You see what I'm saying? You're like, no, let me do the same routine over and over and over and over again. Because I like my results. Remember, Taurus love consistency. They love the same results over and over and over again. But with this 12th house transit, you're going to have to let go of that. Okay? You're going to have to let go of that shit. 12th house is self-undoing, hidden enemy. Love you, boo. There can absolutely be a hidden enemy, a hidden stalker. Because remember, you have Scorpio on the 7th. So you have a tendency to draw in obsessive partners anyway, and who have control issues. So I want you to be mindful of that. The North Node and the 12th house, you're going to draw in a lot of spiritual family, but you're also going to draw in a lot of fucking liars. So this is why your spiritual antennas have to be massaged and they have to be juiced up and used. You've been working so much and you've been trying to live in the reality realm that God is going to pull you there. So there could be an absolute change of your daily routine. You might not get as many jobs as you care to get, or you might not be, as physically busy as you usually are. So keep that in mind. What else? I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm gonna take one more bite of my food. It's a little cold, but it is what it is. So it depends what you're looking for. If you're trying to see which house is transiting in, your Aries house. Wherever Aries is. I use Placidus and whole sign. They both work. No, I didn't speak on Aquarius. No, this was about the nodal transits for Aries. Pluto transit in the 12th house. Yeah. Long story short, your spiritual gifts are going to freak you out, and you're going to have to learn how to handle that. You have a lot of power behind the scenes. You might absolutely have, dead people talk to you. The food is cold. Dead people talk to you, being tapped into the spiritual realm, Pluto in the 12th house can absolutely make you see a lot of death, crisis. You know, you could be, let's say it's aspecting your son. There could be a man or a father figure in your life that is going through an illness, you know, a change, a spiritual change. The 12th house is all about spiritual life versus physical life. So Pluto transiting the 12th house is a 20-year transit. And if it's in Aquarius, you're going to have quote unquote weird spiritual beliefs. You know what I'm saying? According to other people. Oh, North Node, Aries conjunct your Venus in the 12th house. That's a spiritual love connection, karmic love connection. That's what that is. But don't get carried away. Because that's absolutely what it can do. It can engulf you and like take you down. You know what I'm saying? And get you obsessed. Because remember, Pluto's obsession. It's like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. So you can also be obsessed with spirituality. You know, oh my God, my lover has to be obsessed, blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. So, no. And the way that you understand which house it's going to be with, you have to look at your Scorpio house. So if you're saying Pluto in the 12th house, okay, but which house does Scorpio rule? And then those two things are going to come together. What's tea with Libra, Chiron, and North Node in the 7th house? Healing relationship, baby, if you're ready. If you're ready. Chiron and Libra fucking sucks. Because you guys put so much into your relationships that you fucking lose yourself. You're not willing to walk away. And that's the horrible part about Chiron and Libra. But after some time, you're going to realize, you know what? It's not worth it. But now with this... Yes. I'm meeting one of my Astro fam, by the way. So it can absolutely, Chiron and Libra can be the worst, but that's because you put all of your shit in. Listen, your relationships hurt, but you can heal them too. North Node is going to conjunct your Chiron in the 5th. You might have a child that heals you. That might be a real blessing for you. If you're ready to have a kid, if you see yourself being a guider to your child, letting your child be authentic, because you weren't allowed to be authentic. You know what I'm saying? You weren't allowed to be yourself. You had to be someone else. Chiron Libra is like, if I don't do what you want me to do, I'm gonna get hurt. I have to compromise. There's a lot of compromising, a lot of self-sabotaging. Okay? So some of you are gonna have some. You already just did? Did you just have that baby? I think you're gonna have fun. If you have really good placements, like air placements, fire placements, babes, you're gonna have so much fun with your kid. Your kid gonna bring so much joy out of you, spontaneity. They're gonna keep you on your feet, of course. Totally keep you on your feet. And obviously you're going to be hanging out with less with your friends. You're not going to be going outside more. But North Node transiting in the 5th house, everything is going to be for your kid. You're going to have fun. But remember, do not forget your friendships. Just because your South Node transiting in the 11th house, don't isolate your friends, and don't just make it about your baby either. And I know that's hard. I haven't birthed a child myself. I can only say what I want to say because, you know, everyone has kids for different reasons. For you, Aries, in the 5th house, you're having kids because it has a lot to do with forming your identity. Don't forget your friends. Like, don't. And the good thing is it's cardinal placement, so it's going to be quick and easy. So you can really, like, come in and out. You know what I'm saying? And don't make it all about your baby. And be genuinely interested in your friends and what they got going on, and let them be genuinely interested in you and what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be one-sided. Don't, oh, my baby. But what if you don't have a kid? I already told you guys. I went through all the houses. Did you guys just get here? I went through all the houses. That's why I've been on here this long. Also, can I tell you guys what my astrologer said to me? North Node in the 5th house, you're going to find a new hobby that you didn't know you were good at. That's basically what's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, bitch. I'm so good. Part 2 is going to be about history. What happened in history beforehand. Because Aries brings conflict. So this could be more war. You know, I'm going to go over the timelines. I'm going to go over the years people were born. I'm going to go over certain aspects and how it can play out, because what you're going to look at is your Mars and your Venus, and that's what I have to explain in part 2. So basically, North Node in Aries is going to activate your Mars planet, and South Node in Venus is going to activate your Venus. North Node conjunct Saturn in the 12th house. You're going to be very spiritually disciplined. Very. And it might be because an elder needs your help. You know what I'm saying? An elder. You just got here. Welcome. No, seriously, I already said everything. I went through all the houses. Okay, because that definitely is my issue. I didn't just have her. She will be 3 in August. I was being, I already had a kid. I'm 1 and done with my Leo girl. Oh, y'all about to have so much fun. And she's a Leo? Oh, it's up. It's up. You're basically, what's gonna happen, babes, is when your North Node transiting your 5th house, you're gonna find a new joy, new lightheartedness. You're gonna be more confident. Your body's probably gonna come the way that you want it to come. You're gonna feel more sexy. You're gonna feel more vivacious. You're gonna just have so much more fun. You're gonna probably play skip it and like go painting and roll around the grass with your kid. You're just gonna wanna be playful. You're just gonna wanna laugh every day. That's really what you're gonna wanna do. You might play fight with your kid. You know what I'm saying? Your kid also is probably into bowling. Bowling and boxing, I mean. Okay? Like your kid is into boxing. With Aries there, she's your first or he's your first. You love that person. They're 3 years old. 3 years old. They're in their Gemini phase. They're going to be thinking, asking more questions, things like that. You're going to have a lot of fun, babes. Like North Node in the 5th house, your kid is going to be fun for you, especially with a Leo. Oh, how much will I be on here with the strike happening? A lot. A lot. The thing is, y'all, it's like I've been working on my astrology, but you have to understand, y'all, I get so nervous, right? Because I have a lot of energy. Like I have Mercury in Scorpio. People actually listen to what I have Scorpio energy. So people have no choice but to change when they're around me. This is great for progressed Sun and Leo. I have Leo rising progressed. So this is great for us. I'm very nervous because I know how powerful my words are. And I'm a Scorpio. People don't come here and leave the same. They will be at least thinking about their life, thinking about the choices they make. So it makes me very like, you know, Spider-Man with much power comes much responsibility. You know, like that's how I really think. And I don't take that shit lightly at all. Because I don't want to lead no one in the wrong direction. And I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So it makes me nervous. Because people take my advice very fucking seriously. I have Mars in the 9th. Jupiter trine Mercury. Like, it's a lot. I'm going to open up my books. I am going to open up my books. I am. It's going to be a vibe. I'm going to be on my Patreon. I'm going to open up my books. I think I'm going to do... Maybe I should do Leo season, right? Because the sun is... Nah. I shouldn't be scared. Nah, I should do Leo season. Because the sun will be in my 3rd house. But I'm going to draw on a lot of people who don't want to change. All right, so I just had a reading with an astrologer, and she told me don't do anything for free anymore. So I'm trying to rectify that. And you guys know I have Taurus Scorpio axis, so it's all about like knowing my self-worth. And it's been just really difficult, y'all. I want to give out this information for free so much. Like, I honestly, sometimes I'm like, I wish I could just do free readings, but it's not going to be helpful to me. Because she said, basically, if people are not paying, she said, I don't care if it's $5, a cup of tea, or your regular prices. If people are not paying and they're not going to listen, people have to invest in you. And that's true as a Scorpio. People have to invest in my advice. So, I don't know, guys. I'm on the cusp. I'm trying to figure it out. I get nervous, you know? You know, I get really nervous. So I don't know what to do. I have Taurus moon in the 11th house. Like, I just want to make sure everybody's fed and clothed, and I want to make sure everybody's good. And like, I'm just, and my fucking moon is sextile my ascendant, trine Neptune, sextile Jupiter. It's like, Jesus Christ. Girl, relax. But what I had to learn is I have to help, basically as a Scorpio, you have to help people who are willing to take the pain, take the trauma, understand the truth, and be willing to change. You know what I mean? I know, Yolanda. Everyone got shit. I got issues too. Remember, Scorpio Taurus is about insecurity. I be so scared, like nervous. Like, and the thing is, I want to take my resources and help the community. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can do it. I just get nervous, guys. I get nervous. You know why? Because I think about, and I know it's not my business, and I tell myself this is like, it's not your business. Okay, it's not your business if people give up their last $300 to get your reading from you. You know, because that's the type of shit I would do. I would give up. I was like, nigga, help me. Help me. So that's my battle. One of my biggest battles in life, if I can be really transparent with you guys, is understanding my worth and what my time is worth and what my knowledge is worth and my energy is worth. It's very hard for me to ask for my worth. It's very difficult, but I'm trying, you know, because people keep undervaluing and underpaying me, and I have a South Node anyway, and I mean, IC in Virgo, so there's a lot of being underpaid and being humbled all the time. So yeah, I'm not trying to be some phony baloney blue. Like, that is my big, with that the Pisces and people scamming people, and you know, yeah, it's time. The time is now, AC. The North Node is transiting my 10th house. I'm just so scared. Okay, Pluto transiting your first house. I'm just telling you how I feel. I have to have family I trust, like, and I trust you guys. So you guys, because you guys want the best for me. So I have to put my vulnerabilities out there. You know? Yeah, like, I have to put my vulnerabilities out there. And the reading I spent like $400 something on the reading. But my readings are very in-depth, like extremely in-depth, and you can come and resonate with them like 5 years, 6 years later, you know? I don't know. Anyway, Pluto transiting your first house, you're going to change the way you look. Over time, it's going to be slow. It's going to be weird. It's going to be slow and weird. But you're going to be extremely more private, more sensual. You're going to be very, you could be very paranoid, and you can definitely go through a life and death experience. My cat risings, we're perfect for each other. Yolanda, don't make me cry. No, don't subscribe to my IG thing. Don't. No. I don't do shit on there. I think that I was just part of the beta testing. So I just had to like do it, whatever. Don't do that. You can subscribe to my Patreon if you feel like it, but I have to be more diligent and disciplined there. Guys, I just think I'm nervous. I don't want to give no one the wrong advice. Like, I don't know. I don't like I don't like the bamboozlement. I feel like there's so many scammers in the world. People take advantage of people. And that's why I do my Twitter the way that I do, where I ask a lot of questions and I have you guys talk to each other. I know people get pissed because, Novi, why aren't you explaining more? But that's honestly my tactic. My tactic is to start a conversation because I'm an Aries North node. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries North node, and I'm supposed to just spark the thing. I'm not supposed to stay around and keep doing it. So, okay, what does Jupiter transiting in the 7th mean with natal Saturn there? Jupiter in the 7th is going to absolutely bring you more opportunities to get to know somebody. And with Saturn there, you're going to be serious about it, you know? You're going to be like, okay. I'm putting on my lipstick, y'all. I'm going to take this seriously. Remember, Saturn in the 7th is giving, do not marry until you are more mature. Right? That's Saturn in the 7th. Saturn in the 7th is giving, please don't get married until after your Saturn return. Because you can be stuck. So, I have Capricorn in the 7th. I didn't get proposed to until I was in my 30s. So, you gotta wait. But with Jupiter there, you're gonna have a blessing. You're gonna have a blessed relationship that's gonna teach you a lot about boundaries, discipline, self-respect. Because I don't think a lot of people don't talk about Capricorn as being self-respect, but it's self-respect. Because that's what boundaries create, is knowing your limitations. You see what I'm saying? Okay, wait. I'm doing a short film. The person who's supposed to DP for it suddenly bailed and said they are traveling. Venus retrograde, Leo, my 7th. If that ain't some accurate Venus retrograde shit, yeah, you should have known better, babes. If you do want to tip me, you could tip me on Cash App under $NoviB or on Venmo at Novi Brown. Why not reaffirm your commitment to astrology when more certificates until you feel comfortable enough to start charging for them? AC, get out of my head. How do you know? How do you know I've been researching astrology schools? How do you know? So I need friends like y'all. Because, duh. Yeah, and you know I have Mars in the 9th, so I feel like not even just certifications, but at least saying that I went to school and I went to go look for professionals and all this other stuff. But I think with my Jupiter square Saturn, it's been really hard for me to get mentors, you know? A lot of my chart reinforces you just gonna have to be self-taught, you know? That's Aries, is self-taught, self-skills, gaining new skills, learning it on your own through trial and error. So I absolutely agree. I really want one mentor that I really, really fuck with. I appreciate you guys for talking. Someone call me. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay, I'm good now. Yes! Anyone that uses your search should know that the energy can be transmuted. Your advice on the energy is A1. You can hear me now? Okay, good. Okay, so I just found this book called How to Handle Your Human Relations. This is such a Libra book. This is not insane. Okay, here, screenshot it real quick. It's on Amazon. It is from 1958, so you guys see. Okay, insane book, insane. So let me just read you guys. I think I was reading this one page. It's about relationships, because at the end of the day, we all need each other, right? It's not about being so fixed in yourself that you say, I don't need nobody. But it's learning how to relate and need people. That makes it right? Okay. This is good. Hold on. All right. Oh, you didn't get a screenshot? Wait. How to handle your human relations. It's on Amazon. You don't need to see my face. Go ahead. All right, you guys got it? I feel like I held it long enough. All right, so listen to this. Wait, hold on. There's so much good shit in here. This is good. Okay. All right, I'm going to read right here. Love and Marriage, Chapter 2. People marry for many reasons, for a home, money, or security, but usually because they think they are in love, at least in the United States. At times, a person imagines himself in love with someone who can supply a lack. Regardless of any hidden psychological motivation for marriage, most married couples feel this way because most couples marry because they feel for each other an emotion which at the time they describe as love. Now, it is presumed that every mature person recognizes the fact that love and marriage are not synonymous. Romantic youth often makes this mistake, expecting marriage to be a continuous courtship. Nor does all the scientific information available to us today serve to eradicate completely this ideal. It was probably this that inspired the cynical comment that, quote, love is blind, but marriage is an eye-opener. The misogamist Schopenhauer somewhere wrote that love was a deception practiced by nature. It is quite true that many young people, and older ones for that matter of fact, mistake for love is simply the biological urge glamorized. This is why marriage counselors advise couples to know each other at least 6 months before marrying, or a year or two is even better. It takes time for the first flush of infatuation to wear off so that two individuals can discover whether there are sufficient mutual interests and viewpoints, and enough harmony of disposition and personality to ensure compatibility, and that there are no serious conflicts of character, habits, or ethics to destroy mutual respect and affection. Marriage is always a gamble, but with a little foresight and good judgment, one can greatly reduce the risk. There is a decided difference between the state of being in love and the sincere love essential for a good marriage. Nearly all romances start with an attraction of personalities. True love is something that grows by degrees. It is founded upon mutual respect, mutual trust, sympathy, understanding, affection, consideration, and companionship. A marriage is not merely a physical mating, but also a mating of the minds and souls. Two people joining their destinies should have common ideals and aspirations. Unless two people can pull together, they will merely hinder each other. Marriage should give each partner security. Love is an emotion, but marriage is not a purely emotional experience. It is a problem in adaptation, understanding, and cooperation. Each partner should be able to respect the individuality of the other, yet should not let his or her individuality become a source of conflict. Marriage is a union of two individuals. The individuals affect the marriage, and the marriage affects the character development of the individuals. The institution of marriage is a religious and legal sanction, a rightful concession to the principle of law and order necessary to render harmony to the progression of civilization. Marriage belongs to the sphere of ethics. This is good. It is more than just mating. It is a partnership in living, demanding cooperation, respect, and mutual consideration. The family is the smallest unit of the progressive civilization. Family integrity is the basis of all community and law and order. When marriage is taken too lightly, first the family, then the community, and eventually civilization itself degenerates. Many marriages, especially those contracted by persons of middle age, may be made for companionship, promoted by mutual interests and needs rather than by a romantic attraction. Perhaps it would be more correct to say that there is a difference between young love and mature love. Do you hear the words mature? Did I not say at the beginning of this, Saturn is exalted in Libra? Saturn is literally the sign of maturity. Anytime someone has Saturn in their first house, they look older. Saturn aspecting their Venus, they like an older person. Okay, a person with a lot of Saturn is older, mature love. Okay? Regardless of whether marriage begins with a strong physical and romantic attraction, the satisfaction of the union depends largely upon the mental and spiritual compatibility of partners. Difference of attitudes in the sphere of ethics, the basis of soul conflicts, causes more discord between partners than any mere differences of viewpoints or any lack of sexual compatibility because it causes internal suffering. This is what we need to be hearing on podcasts, not that bullshit. A lot of these people want you to have this immature young love. Selfish love. You see what I'm saying? Mature love is knowing that we have to come to a compromise. We have to learn how to be compassionate, negotiate. We have to learn how to see one another for who we truly are. That's real maturity and that's real love, in my opinion. Doesn't mean my opinion's right. Got my pandas, but it's my opinion. I really, really think this resonates with me as a person with the placements that I do have. I need someone to respect me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like disrespect is breeded out of being disrespectful to yourself. Like, this book is really good. And that was just like a page and a half. You hear what I'm saying? Like, that was just a little page and a half of information. So I think it's really helpful in understanding relationships and what they should look like. And as if you were listening to the words she was using, it was very Aries and very Libra. Are you here? Yeah, I'm walking over. I'm not there. I'm walking over. Okay, coming there in 5 minutes. Bye. So my friends are there. Gotta go. I love y'all. I'm going to be sharing more stuff with you guys. I will absolutely be all over your internet talking astrology for, this next 18 months for sure. So I'm just so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for loving on me and encouraging me to be my authentic self. Thank you for accepting me for who I am. Thank you for creating a safe space for me. I do really appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you guys for allowing me to do it on my time. And thank you for motivating me once again. I love you guys so freaking much. I have moon in the 11th house. You should know that I feel like we family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just so grateful. You guys inspire me so much. Your stories, who you guys are, your understanding, your love, your compassion for me, your wholeheartedness, your open-mindedness, you giving me space to be weird and strange, because I have Mars in Aquarius, so I'm like a little fucking weird. We're a lot weird. You know, it is what it is. I'm weird. And I'm just so grateful for you guys. I can never thank you enough. And just please encourage me to keep coming back out here, because I do need a little push. I need a little, like, it's cool. Like, just let me know. I need you and it's okay. And the reason why is because I always want you to take my information. Because remember, I'm speaking out of the things that I need in this life, right? A lot of the things that I'm going to teach you is about Aries North Node, is standing up for yourself, making sure you're your authentic self. The message is always going to come back to being who you are. So I really need y'all to understand that I'm speaking from my own stories. I'm speaking from my own heart. Everything that I say is not right. Everything that I say is not factual. It is merely advice. It is merely a conversation. It is merely information for you to do your next research with. I don't want to tether you to one identity. I don't want to tether you to one outcome in life. I want to explore diversification. I want to explore being able to have a nice journey, right? And really just taking risks. So once again, I can't thank you guys enough. Everything that is coming up in my life is because of y'all. And I'm literally, my whole life, my whole life is gonna be a love letter to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I just really thank you so much. There's some of y'all I never spoke to in person. I've never seen y'all in person, but I feel more connected to you than some people I've known for a really long time, because you guys see me in a different way, and you allow me to show up, and you allow me to be passionate about the things that I'm passionate about. So once again, thank you. I'm never gonna stop saying thank you. That's just the type of person I am. I want to acknowledge you. Like, I smell good too. Oh, this is a Rose Jam Lush and Fenty Beauty. I want to acknowledge you, and I want to just tell you that we in this together, and we're not always gonna agree. And I'm not always going to say the right thing. And I'm not always going to be nice. And I'm not always going to be, I'm not. And I don't want you to expect that from me. I just want you to know that my intention is always to have your fucking back. It's always my fucking intention. Always, always, always. I have 3 planets in the 6th house. I have 5 planets in the 5th house. I have 2 planets in the 11th house. I am about joy. I'm about taking care of yourself, and I am about community. So how you take care of yourself and how I take care of myself are completely different, but we still can find a thing. You know what I'm saying? And I love that I've been your big cousin since then, because I be out here alone. Like, I'm alone in this world. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm supposed to be walking over. They'll be fine. I have to love on y'all. I love you guys. I'm just so grateful, because you guys don't understand the things that I'm building behind the scenes. So I just have to gush and love on y'all, okay? Thank you. Little me would have never thought I would have been here today.